problem does with you. Or no problem now, son, it does with you. So, Kwame, I would just urge, especially those of us in that political space. In preparing for politics is a dirty game. It's not a dirty game. We have made it dirty. Because we always want to skew things. We always want to engage in Nyema and Sasayeye. So, Kwame, I am just urging that, listen, once again, that spirit of conscientism and patriotism should dawn on us, where we separate national issues from partisan politics. Yes, politics that drive the BBI is a vehicle, but at least from Nyema, it is evidence that when we continue on that path, Ghana, Ghana, it's another sad day. Report number. I mean, we thank the committee. The president has set up the committee. I'm going to report about. I've heard from people rejecting aspects of the report. It is normal, Kwame. It is normal. Maybe I'll be so one or to feel circumstances no D. And the crowd said also now merit, you can use your phone to track blah 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 blah. Your course, yes. Wow, Kwame, you know all these things. Indeed, people reject aspects of the report. But Kwame, the bottom line is this. When it is time for us to resource institutions of state for them to function effectively and efficiently, let us do that devoid of what? Partisan politics. Dirty partisan politics. We should prioritize the interest, the safety, the welfare, the security of the citizenry above any other selfish interest.
Mati. Amen. Yewra Andy.
Na kete kometo to ne ma enfama ayas boboku no na so
na so
papa no ba no chata mpa ne modebo eso di papa but chance for say omo ba be extend the contract the amano na nwi na omo man contract na so omo gitum se ba bia dun di omo anya careful na so omo eja na pebetum di asem kese di aba the Chelsea so omo ne betena se di nkomo se da bi omo betumi extend the contract ye de won se be de ma for na nwi na Manchester United omo former coach and the Eriksen Hag beto odwa wodi ka na ni eche Bayer Leverkusen and omo epamo no and san ebeto odwa se wo dan na ni e de akọ itiri later no na Ajax for so de beto odwa so ba bia du die and ko no embra da chi na kete kometo to ne oma enfama Ajax boboku no na so Eriksen Hag dia to odwa se ba bia du ni die won kone enkochina enya de oba akọ adwuma ye de ama Ajax ye de won se me de ma etie for Cristiano Ronaldo and wa confirm say nyame eya adomu a next year World Cup na ye kwa kobo that time no na we 41 years. Na 41 years no goals a washe owi asra no washe papa be 953 just goals a watumi ahye as an individual player no ne modern watumi aso ani papa na ebusa an senti obo no do beba awie da be na osnyame eya adom na se ebo World Cup ni wie a that time no 41 the ball would World Cup ni wie pe enya de obeto aso abobo bi na chese confirm say or retire from a active football menem e ka say nyina we as when it comes to international matches and as a national team matches e bo player watumi ahye goals do do pa Cristiano Ronaldo wa hye 143 and I see ade o kan nyina bom so a 953 na chese 1000 goals na amanfo hwe adim so obetumi ahye likely so obetumi ahye ye de wonsem e de ma etiefo enne anope Atalanta for na enra omo coach and Dean and the Alvan Euros or your Croatian and one baba and ask you to catch and said there be what bomb matches Marco and Marco bear 11 and some matches were born in Nano and now their results let me acquire papa bia into my body and to them born to you and Marco fire former Fiorentina or coach and dinner Rafael Paladino or Marco Finances on never to Nioma if I'm more than once about the Emma at for Yami Aya Doma a China Airbe and Nigeria or Mega more as a song to me boy walk up playoffs now Air Coswell Morocco. Na jua day and Nigeria for the kodu Morocco home could do a pair and I'm coach Castle when you're training. And one of players in catching coach in Sam coach are growing so. Your ball qualifies Sabatum Sa timing. Your secrets I see at the Mayan sent to me and Council and Sanko training, young co training into Jordan, Nigeria for Uncle training. Almost almost Sanko Musica or Monco, or a creation of match, and Yadi on board and see a bomb pies on my bit to me after Sana for Nigeria to your bar. You don't sell the material for Anope.
Yaguso the Amaran some Mamma na ye call Asna Bobo Kono Emu Asna Penny Fortress Asna coach Mikel Arteta the one the most swinging papa on said any major trophy beer. Now so this year when we shot ball Asna Eba a likely say Asna for bet me after UEFA Champions League after England Premier League no at twice for FA Cup after Carabao Cup as a fee Asna Befa trophies in 9 and the coach no contract one aka 18 months na so and so much as I want to be transfer na Mikel Arteta as a new contract long-term contract no atwaswa akochi Arsenal bobokuno Arsenal ho ensensema no Adante Lewis Skelly ay England ni Adante when 19 years osi aka de ma Arsenal na England coach Thomas Tuchel aka kira ne say World Cup next year Everton say otra Arsenal etra bencha nya dia sa World Cup no Bakosi aka won't be reported by Chelsea, Everton, Fulham, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. Woman in Chelsea January ye be transfer window now. Lewis Kelly on be sign loan. No be see aka say be next year World Cup no. Obetima ko see aka na de ama England Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim Chelsea. Brazil ni Adrante Casemiro said they were pick form no. Adrante no form was so enti say season so na the contract so a obema new contract na Casemiro atwaso a esia kan na Manchester United ye called Dortmund one more defender friend Nico Slotterbeck na Abrante Bayern Munich and Liverpool woman na epeno na so Dortmund say Abrante modemo so ni tinya dia mbeja no amano akotim bia ye ko Hertha Berlin what Germany akwada wuso bia piemu a wanya 16 years ye friend Kenneth na yesi Messi kran fan ho said the Messi bobo on sa na Abrante Kenneth Obobo reporter about Chelsea, Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain. Omina shall say monitor Brante Kenneth. I see a kind Edma Hertha Berlin. Manchester United former player Azil to Azembe and the team no equal court you. What the Manchester United court say court any £1 million every man you and famano at the year. Abrante Chelsea. Ebra see a kind Manchester United no opraye. Na prano afutua United medical team Edman no amwano eno achi ebra ne ho nto no kana manyufo abone pane na ogiramu esi akan ni nyina enei ahano ama di practice abedane so enti manyufo na manaboka enti court enye £1 million every Manchester United wo no mfama ono to Azembe yeto aso ene Ghana Premier League match baako etodwa a outstanding league match Club ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The Porcupine Warriors Equaway. Woman Vision FC. Na the Ashes where we no mensa na sa game no etodwa. Afei Africa say Ghana they are qualified for World Cup. Na so playoff ni bi etodwa. Nyame adoma China Nigeria ebeshia Gabon. Aye 4 p.m. Na afei number 7 no Cameroon and DR Congo. E dey ahihye so. Nyame adoma China so Europe World Cup qualifies bi etodwa. Na China no Armenia for Hungary. And Ebebo Azerbaijan, Ebeshia Iceland, Norway, and Estonia, Andorra for Beshia Albania, England, and Serbia, Ebo China, France, Beshia Ukraine, Moldova, and Italy, Ebo, and a Republic of Ireland, and Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. And so at Beshia so.
Jekuso de agudi hunsame de beti for na ye dine in your befi. Your befi so anaches honorable minister, Michelle Sports and Recreation Minister, Honorable Kofi Adams, and Rab will be PMU, Natchez a baby Uganda will be 18. And it's a somewhere at the Sudiano. It didn't be here, sending someone Rab or Bruce. Yes, Abu Boom said be a Ghana for Inabetians and Raha and Obesa exclusive interview. The Bakweko PM when they say, Honorable Azuma Nelson Sports Complex, Yamin and Cranimini, Azuma Nelson were born home than Papa. Purchase any deal kuta wiase for na nyina no enya asem ketwa na so kosa sports complex wa nyame ene no krani mi eye ni guase papa na minister se akwa me kasama abusami no krepa amia kasama dia tum na mu masa minister de mba be se mekeka kan yo mabum na me corporate Ghana nya keka kan yo mabum se de betumi ama ya Zuma Nelson Sports Complex no ye betumi ama the facelift
Zuma ye icon that is celebrated not just in Ghana, worldwide. Azuma ye one person those times Kwame we stayed a week because fighting in America, because of time difference, until you have to keep awake to be able to end. Well, when in those days, television was not that easily available
at all.
Until school, na say Azuma Kokuna, now Potters used to know more harding or more person or more switchy this and their TVs on and then what have you. So he was somebody we stayed awake to watch. And on my yenya enije bebre ewo boxing. So if a facility is named after him and any Mababeye minister, I think he deserves that honor. Say me mobilize the corporates to respond positively to the infrastructure that or a facility that has been named after him. Not just because it's been named after him, but Ghana for Mutisa area no facility to also develop their talents.
Peace FM.
We are in some honorable minister. What they to was say even apart from say, Azuma Nelson did that, so no more sat around the Kanechi Hono. Woman, ya papa, and what you know, and I come and say, Busan say, Mr. Minister, I don't see you come and come up in a Sahubi. I don't say, now get him saying start times. I bet you say na super sport. I bet you about the Ghana Premier League. Net so come this carry Baby room. Ne dang and a Ghana at the production affiliate. You to me Baby Jinaso and was you Nate Yawa. So I'm here Sika the sound production a bit to me the ba. Now here Sika near bro. So at that companies and a simple TV writing near the command for before for natures and no form. But I decided they need to be abo and a hand so no and say Ewufi and Unti and a Maya Dini Ekusiso.
I am not too impressed with the courts and also even by extension the local league. But step by step. When we say now, even funding was a big challenge to the league. A bit of what ye bobo be kran omu sika wo say de ma ho na akwakoye ne wo ho. Ena amini wo ka say
yes president amomuska.
Any amini wo ka say eno na me be ba so.
Okay, good.
Through the directives of the president, we've put a system in place get to Myanmar clubs via $1 million Ghana cedi to start the league with.
So that's kind of free.
Well, we mobilized. And America.
And so
that was why I said.
So in one breath, you see a president in a Momuska. In another breath, you see there be a president, you see GF in it, BBD at Diaspora Productions.
So what it is this. So Ubekaya, through the majority leader, he made an announcement on my behalf. Say, you per se, ye Kofeya mu etai football for the entire African and even sometimes by extension the world to watch on DSTV. You per se ye do ever back to a domestic league, super sports. So yes, our announcement on the floor.
Okay.
Then conversation began. So we received quite a number of offers. Then we realized, say, Sike say netidia. Now you kwa kutia saje ima super sport for them to show our games there. And ye ebeye diama ye ska ye di kwa koma obifufu. Why not look internally? And when a conversation is and we engage the Adisa production for. We had engagement with them, and they said, "Well, this is something that is good."
Okay.
We and some minister what they are to be doing some of the Emma at Yavana Wachina Kwame Sebusan and now see kind of 1 million Ghana cedis. Some of my clubs, 80 clubs, say one more engine, no more emphasis, no more on Borian so the Akabi and Sandia patient. Says Kamuya when also ministers you. Sports ministry, and a facilitate here. So more boy, a master is to me by to be the mark clubs.
A concept at the time, league in Ebeshasen, government did not have provision in the budget to make that payment. And again, we established a company. A company was established at the SA production, and then the FE. We authorized to establish a company. A limited liability kind of a company.
Adisa was already established.
Adisa was established as a company, but now we have something different. A collaboration of SAR project from Adisa and then the FA. They put it together. Okay. So that company, we authorize them, say, Yabema Musika, we will mobilize money for you. But the money is not ready. So
any in some honorable minister Kofi Adams what they are to ja ye don't some the meti for ne anope
ave call the Blasters of Ghana asweye Blasters ekobo international friendlies Unity Cup akensie enomo ekosi ewo Japan and South Korea na so say nyame adma fiada ebe 14th November and Wednesday chanya wo fiada nopa 10 a.m. Ghana time no Japan any Blasters at the so Japan for time 7 but as I say omo wanim chen yenti no Ghana anopa 10 and as match no eto Friday afa no achi no na your next match ya born 18th November Tuesday next week Tuesday and also sa Ghana time anopa 10 Korea for time 7 p.m. and as match no ebekoso in the ancient so now Blasters squad otuado ede kono 8 key players womo enka squad no ho Mohammed Kudus on can squad no bi Jordan Ayew Thomas Partey Ernest Nyama Inaki Williams Alexander Jiku Fatau Isaaku Joseph Pence women enka squad no squad odi koni Lawrence Atizigi goalkeeper Joseph Anan Benjamin Asare Blasters number 1 defenders Derek Cohn Mohamed Salisu Jerome Opoku Ebenezer Anan Jonas Ajete Kojo Opompepra Caleb Irenchi Alidu Seidu and Gideon Mensah midfielders Abu Francis Prince Owusu player no Christopher Bonsuba Kwesizibo and Kamal Dean Sulemana strikers Kevin Nkrumah one also Mediama FC Prince Osewusu FC Montreal Prince Edu Kwabena Victoria Plezin Brandon Thomas Asante and Antoine Semenyo now Prince Edu Kwabena Ramos just no Bobby United and onya kwan call a year Victoria Plezin and to any squad I dey echo as at now is 18 players and I report our camp Joseph Anano camp Lawrence Atizigi Derek Cohn Jerome Opoku Ebenezer Anan Jonas Ajete Kojo Pompepra Caleb Renchi Alidu Seidu Gideon Mensah Abu Francis Kwesizibo Prince Owusu Kamal Dean Sulemana Antoine Semenyo Brandon Thomas Asante Kevin Nkrumah and a Prince Edu Kwabena and a Hans Keeper say a classical next year until next and a Benjamin Asare Ekodu Blasters camp Esanse Kwesiara no watch against Asante Koroko Christopher Bonsu Prince Osewusu and a Mohamed Salisu nyina and ne no middle Blasters for a camp
boys no so mbebo am omo from mbebo bi
Kenya bad one FM town
na me dey argument na go for here me nti o masio Blackstar dey enye se obi na abro ubebo a oji ubo no so ndi wa bre sese ubebo ni free
and especially
yes that World Cup ye bre ye qualify your first World Cup you qualify nye Chasela mu na start here you go Germany hu Chasela no to adu no kra World Cup qualifiers I no boy or no go bo bi wa Germany
last
ye nya is argument results ni ye pe nti so mbebo na ye ji World Cup ayempe
because ke mombo
so what was wa bre say obobo match ba go $10,000 na next time we performance we from the US in Chelsea wa bre o bre go see
then we are here say be pra nti say World Cup no more pra
be ka say wa bre ndi em fa injury na em fa no go bench me this argument no go for him until much results
in tournament how the best players
exactly
more form na
in any case they said they are not minister can way Inaki Williams and Nyantechi omo ko friend no so ombo maye but not trans wa say na adwen you know buy oboy nti just initial gas omo nti o shegu aye
we collapse based on performance
exactly simple didn't born obo man mo born om jai na we na bro bre
we dey like Kinsley
Brown what much ba go $1 wa bre like
even at the time ya the next soon you say
why like Kinsley last minute almost the bend one more the bend in discipline when you free
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Every chapter of my story, show how you led me, Lord. I'm the handwriting of mercy by the finger of the Lord.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Through the fire, through the rain. didn't burn, I didn't drown, cause you were right by my side. I am a living testimony of the goodness of the Lord. Hey, this is the doing of the Lord. What shall I render? Indeed, what shall I render?
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station. Hot Digital Online.
Because of what I did, but this is the doing of the Lord. I am still here, I have life and I am awake, because this is the doing of the Lord. I am still here.
Time check is 31 minutes past 8 o'clock this morning. It's Wednesday morning, the 12th day of the month, November 2025. The doing of the Lord. And this is from Dinah Hamilton featuring Mary Ashinwo, Nigerian-based female artist. And I pay happy belated birthday to Mami Tiwa Oba Yaninikuno Amo Mensa. Pay me chicham papa pamoba Oba Tiwa. Wiki and unya 21 years inti nyame embon hubain onyi na ombesum inti Mami Tiwa. Today we mark you your belated birthday today. It was over the week, during the course of the week, Monday, and udi wawuda. Inti happy belated birthday to you, Mami Tiwa. The doing of the Lord. Na yankamu ya the aircraft nyang kunshia ya that was the Black Wednesday on the 6th of August 2025. Nyehwe yenuanom na emu ye papa report no aba enti enche will be joining some commentators who have in-depth knowledge about the main report and how decisive the report could be. Na yenhwe say report no den titu ene komu and then findings and investigations are who say eno and a coso that aircraft crash on that Wednesday na ya sefem nipa kutini for omugum yenua manebo ama mpenyimfo bebre Mutala Muhammad ne dia keka ho chese mpenyimfo na no beye wotwe ene free mu na ya sefem ya rehosem I see and I guess a Black Wednesday inti we still remember na yebe kai yenuanu mai free mu ya hwe report na abano how authentic it is na ya toa yedwumedie no so in the meantime in between time
that at least we can trust that things will be better. So that is the first indication of things moving well. The inflation, which rose up to 54%, first time in the history of the country, is now hovering around 10%. And we have been told that by the end of this, 8% actually, and by the end of this month, it will be around 6 or something percent. The lowest ever recorded in so many years. Now, our city has, miraculously recovered. from the laughing stock being the butt of all currencies. And then, if you have your 11 cities, you are going to get $1. And so, yes, that's a far improvement from those days when you needed 15, 16 cities to get $1. It's the same city. We have not redenominated our city. It's the same. So our purchasing power has reduced. Has increased thereby. We have been told that the Standard & Poor's and all the international rating agencies have upgraded young currency to stable outlook. B minus B, stable outlook. If we continue on that trajectory, we can always improve. And then there's a
Oko bifia or Canada or Camuno or Cobebia or the Beco. What I say, near says, propose as nothing, no better than TV so can say, or only end this if we shame say, a pre-pia, they propose a bibbe pass about the Tory, Mushan for front. Woman, a bebuno, second of all, nothing. And this and a quack we say, woman ball, some plants living a good yet, no more a poison Ghana food now drains it. President Kufado, maybe a sabe, or pet, a luxury be. Nyaka say yanko to be before a luxury, a insatiable appetite for luxury at the expense of taxpayers. And the one who say it's not about insatiable appetite for luxury, but it's about modernizing our fleet. And they have to apologize if you oppose the modernization of the fleet of the Air Force. NRA, that's a wild report to say the way to go is modernizing the fleet of the Air Force. That's what the Ghana Fabinate Diagonal they are ready to be. What Ghana brought papa. Now say ya insist. Namu media so ma famona nsifom. Emo ama me patch. Na so mu take Ghana for granted. There's a biano politician bia your panel or pay your mind. But be chantro on himself win no credit. No to open no. Be chantro no one disrespected the entire country. Ovia, as if said, you need to be Nibia Okroha. No, we are, or ya, to me, rather better than was at the corner, maybe for Yano. I fear no here, Momwamini. It is most disrespectful. Most disrespectful. As some names in Yasam Ketwa. And Yasam Ketwa, and to say, if you oppose modernizing the fleet of Air Force when you were in opposition, not less than 1 year. Agenda our person will certainly say you want to now mauska na fakoto tonyoma from the good armed force air forces in one. Yeah, MPP they say I feel when we say na ye pese ye ne rano a ubogu ye no. When we say ehia. Ye na mo ye soja fo abro. Ye mo ye mine abro. But ye can say the old tiaye en rano. When we say no na aboye fo mu dia. E be pa e chew. Na pa e chew wi. Na pagana fo na chew wi a. The opposite way, would it to jar? You have and why between at the abwao.
Na sauka send this for both to Guya. Sabrino, yenim say more parliament no. Numbers and neben with the so still Namukuta majority, and then Omutumbo to Guya more into me. I dear Munim say Beboa.
Oh, I'm your na, yeah, let me say, and yet dictatorship. So I say, you're mining in an Africa. Won't mean sorry, I kick it. And won't see enough institutions to know if Parliament as an institution has said more approval, now they are caught to work, no abaction, workers and Kubumraso, Nafakoye, the DRC Bebwa, Nabumraso. And they share one more ministers are one more Mumraso cry, almost Park and Paso, Echo PP, young parliamentary approval, Edequary Echo to Tonyoma Bia. Umunim ze beboa o mine no crown eno ye do woni na yoko e di omne nam ha ne nam ha e bi kra bill condition dia ma wa want to be meeting and you cannot say me kwa ko bu mraso na ma ye de me pe because we ni here and at least if one so mo am na o mo bagu a me fa ko ti kwan so dia kwa ko e so at ya say bibi e de mra na ye. So that is why all of us as a society need to elevate the conversation. And that is why we MPP, we are elevating the conversation. We are taking the moral high ground. We are media, we are CSO, We are one not opposition, it take a very irresponsible, reckless, parochial position. We expect that the media and the CSOs should come at such politicians. And at that time, we'll be a deal with Krumuha. One who could get a black was Sami, a project and phenomenon, doing reckless politics with the Ghana Armed Forces, any presidential travels, any the fleet of the Ghana Armed Forces. You know, everybody kept quiet in this country. They are and a person movie and a kind of person movie players with problem better one who cut off from. And not yet we have seen the truth. And so we all have a role to play. Say we must keep politicians in check when they are being disingenuous. When omo vote keke no omo rentino, omo take populist decisions and one say omo so take another populist decisions na e ba bibiu wa ba kokra from 34 whatever years ye ma kwan no bia nkomu bi me team for your ba but because there be as opposition let's take a circumspect and the best posture for our armed forces, you know. And if before went to town, say, hey, the new opposition for the MP Maranti Asem, say, the MP say, the Befa Maranti Edwin, and the one brought 35 in team for you say, Uko Suja, and wow. And the media kept quiet, and other CSOs kept quiet. Meanwhile, an expert kept quiet. Meanwhile, the experts, the CSOs, the media, Munina say, San no man, what is politicians say, oh, we and funny grassroots for and Gokrame Uremua, who say armed forces. But because it sounds populist, everybody kept quiet. And San no man on the essay or mine, and we have seen the very bitter consequences of one of such reckless pusher, and this is for here. And every year, ye diare we, ye desire war, a torrential wing, ye the boy. Our soldiers would have been alive today if they have supported us to modernize our fleet. Until the end, almost state open position as a matter of public record. That's a woman's neck. You're not President Kufuado, you're not the Honorable Dominic Nitibu, AD and him. I won't book you, and the S of Mania. Ghanaians deserve an apology. President Kufuado deserves an apology.
Oh, okay. Now, sir, who demanded, said I woke us and we demanded full report. Report moon semino. Yenina yenim said ya moa munim bambo moon seminity. Adian so a crane yachre. The see the report no a moon seminina no ebe brema parliament so the bawa a babe public document. I don't know how you.
Na sir, we have a way to deal with such sensitive documents. You know, there are a number of bills a year security related a way and Mra yes is a year security and intelligence a found sa bamo sem and that one thing. So I say document on aba it is in our bosom. We are leaking cover here. There are a number of confidential things reports to deal with. And you know, and we have aspects we can share with the public. And we have aspects we treat under oath and absolute confidentiality. And one to me, I could do to Anoma now because sensitivity. Parliament doesn't have the clearance to have it. When in Parliament, to me, I walk. Then we may do the cardiac and may the four reporter, bro, one approval, I mean, yes, we ABCD. Even the entire budget of Parliament, the entire budget of Ghana or China, all running in two Parliament. The war Sikasimu BMO. Somebody have to Parliament any. Yeah, they bet too much calling na Yama Provence. That way any. And you know, sir, Panu Sikasem, then all the full the bad year. And then a report we know the overcast Parliament that does not deserve to have the full report. Parliament must have the full report so that there is a oversight that to me any comprehensive and constructive, and that's the word, constructive. Yes, the politics. The better war mine, and take a constructive position on it.
Okay. Honorable, Arope, Yadan says, when you didn't come on. Namisha, so. Yane, a ranking member, defense and interior, Ghana Rashid Fie, or sign a Rashid Jenny, a war, a Yasen South. about to ompesua so the dino any honorable reverend in team fojo on any yenno edin community. One must say yes, the abeto jane the idea now one more abemon crown or my yenshi and the crowd they say near home some day Ghana for Yamudu and himself. Ebra ekoba say Dominic Niti will coca say give you himself for any a year military strap for you better himself for the amount no. The moon 70 ye see there no so I can say they at the same this for patch because Abre no more posy. It in there when he no oh my pension no na chop ebu and so madema. I feel so they are demanding the full reports report ni na womo timi ahwem na ehon senkai bi ba womo timi aka ntia no ene ye di ho enkomai fa wadwe nkyere ne 020 1162746 020 1162746 Ghana
the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Check 47 minutes past 8 o'clock and pay Hot Digital Online UK now tell you. Branch and match today or say Sufre Unyame and Kasa Unyame no na Ofreno na Wabejo Ewo Nkwemu. And pay we're moving on quickly. We acknowledge our sponsors on the flip side. Unity Financial Services Limited, mobile money to major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all banks, bank deposit to all banks and airtime top up. And Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And pay they happen to be our proud sponsor. As we move on quickly, you better share other major headline news brought to you by Kankets of our major sponsors, and also Pinnacle Amofaba Education. Education is your pinnacle. I don't pay Pinnacle and so me chichiao and I pay Amofaba in himself who papa. Now Hot Digital Online also a fundraising campaign, support radio transmission, help keep the airwaves alive. And for some contributions, any donations for the Hot Digital Online annual fundraising campaign, it's on. The account holder, Hot Digital Online Limited, account no yes 763 64 379 763 64 379. Sort code is 090128. Sort code is 090128. annual fundraising campaign, support radio transmission, help keep the airwaves alive. Hot Digital Online UK once again is doing a campaign for a fundraising. And if you have something to also support the wetty cause, it's your maybe one kasa in your own evolution. If you think you can help, you can also write the account number and the sort code. Account number is 763-64379, 763-64379, and sort code is 090128. Then your account holder, Hot Digital Online Limited, LTD.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Say in a fan of one, a concrete as and the look of court, Cecilia, but you're more shame not a bill condition, a debate 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It means that Yanagasa, your Nikkes, and Yapasi, a delay, a cry, a passe, Yachena, Suka cry, a passe, big a credit for Namiase, and Sakrana, Ebia, the Vesima Essi. However, say Kobase be a bill condition, ya yiru say, now assembly, you know, because could you know, that's a nippon deep beamer. One way or the other. What I'm found this? What take a nippon phone? What does it? Nebusia, the mental fortitude, the Nunasifonia. What Hanoka? What Hano? What Brennas Mesrem Penny for say they should come clear, they should let us understand. Say, Bill, yeah, you pejemu based on A, B, C, D. That also should be clear because you are doing it in the interest of Ghanaians. So let Ghanaians understand. Carry us along. Let us be with you and understand the processes you are doing. Sebe ya se nipa no kojina baby no kasa say witch hunter ye Ghana for ankasa for bit me no you never have defended near who say oh asemo dey this way you do fast enti you do fasa and no jakasa tente no kitwa bi on enkoko nketenkete. I think it's a great opportunity just say na mebra e kan to win the souls of mabunu ni bi yempe hunu say enuane a bi be feeding kokoyi enkonkoye de ye ba be importo be
Monday okay obo company leading cry Ashanti region almost all the feed Ashanti region
okay
company beer and a supply
okay
and kokono so company in Kumasi
yes
eti almost say enyade on be kokono kitikiti na ye the contractor ma obi wo China na so no na debi the pakro waka kuma ya
the arena be no kruma na company na
the production is here
okay so the supply chain no say be ya ba bi nko touchima Commander Sugar Factory a clear example ya ka say ya fe ko duru baby ahunsin bebre adane dane sa go mo ba be production na company na kwa fa fi ho no ba beton no say na city e ba bi ntosi ni nyina da kwa mu Indiana no ya be ya no farmers no be do no ade there ade ready kwa ya be fa so ne mix aduane no so na fi atumi aye to the level ya penny dia fidi kokko no so eno so gina so however kokko nketenkete so be here light electricity no so ejina ne nine so ye tu ana mo bi e betumi abo ama energy na gina ne so ne tumi supply mu 24/7 enkanea yen san hwe nsuo ankokko yi be no you go importo Ghana ha and sasina yese no nsuo na yese no ya the measures video go akwanu sebe ya ochina nku yankasa nkoko no based on nsuo a no no yenti
say nkoko nketenkete no mostly akoye households
yes
but no crown it is challenged by space
yes
because you see ano semi what the person me bia ehe na me dey buo nu kosie ehe na me kwakọ ye no enti anhwe ye be konkurase dodo
yeah
because Kumasi kro dem ha Asante Fansamiti asafo e be sam ye nkokọ nketekete
emfa
me hide die
emfa
efiura
emfa
be ka kire me say me ma akwa Enkuko no mo was sent.
Yes.
Omaduane was sent.
Yes.
Manio no ne ade da fees is number na dane manio no. Enti when you careful and krumba Oma be deficited by that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what you ahujo, what you bantuma, who one room, and you fear. How do you do unless a backyard be war? Very good. So I don't make us say I must see no. To say those that outskirts pan the bit me a year for the time being because a very difficult say me feel it's a few no there yeah. A different man, okay. Then no fear and cry away and go for the 12
so it means you'll back a chrono baby. And the other chrono and they should take advantage now. Yes, and I maybe say, me am wise is here. But you are going to go getting be about the cocotte. Wow, because I be a catch me. But you are going to be a baby, this is from a son and just so. Menya baby, I am cocoon. And some man for apply. Yes, and so they should factor in. And no, Santi. Because you didn't talk, go away, Cocono, Ubabe Jiracoton. Yes. Yes. About Jim Cook to be a man 100 best. Yes. Oh, a child will be 100 Mr. Massagina. Let me, but why say a baby as yet? Nipanaje best, no any mu say in 3 weeks or 1 month. Ometon, yes. Or Chedi. And one moment in court, in their selection, Omoja assured say, Nipa we wabubon kukubo nevi because feed agokono any kukubo ni akwano yeyama. Yes, sir. You don't pay. And who the answer that was one? I buy no yama no catch yourself correctness in ensure no ne and no macum and no crowd will supply. Hey, say I buy the per se or that entrepreneurial spirit no. We are Ghana for farming. Poultry side, and you're deficit. It's the round. It's 100 better. Layers. Yes. More layers, more broilers and layers. And 2 years, maybe market. By December, the market is available. May sure say buying a crime show about the top, sir, and cocono. A supply. But you say, Mitchell, said the bear, Obama readily market. So these basic questions. These are basic questions. I was saying, was South Florida, Yabaka Boss and Yamina, the Amon, we are your political promise. And at the end of the year, at the end of the 4 years, we are going to judge you.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all back and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
It was planting for food and jobs. It was very perfect. The first 4
years, now exceptional. Well,
very nice.
Second time in the was younger.
Oh my, said the mass policy may come up politics into young Yaseno and ne Yaminti Jubani planting for food and jobs. Can then you sure say Obinim so one planting raring for cut for export and one every by way. And you see. One district, one factory. It was a fine idea. It is a oba oko PMO Kwame down to be clear. You don't way. It is Kwame down to a team. At the end of common, let's establish one factory there to serve all of these districts. Not necessarily every district. We are already fine policies, but here is the case. Say at the bar, meaning say should I enough and deep consultation to know how we are going to roll it out.
Let's hope for the best.
Captain.
to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online. Tune it in. Turn it up. Hot Digital Online.
This time around, the name is PSC Esther Sinyami. A minute past 9 o'clock, and the Minority Caucus of Parliament has filed a motion for contempt of Parliament against the Majority Leader, Member of Parliament for Futu, Alexander Kwamina Afenyomakin. Now, speaking on the floor on Tuesday, yesterday, the 11th of November 2025, the Majority Leader, Mahama Yarega, accused Afenyomakin of defying the Parliament orders by attending a sitting of ECOWAS Parliament. He said the Minority Leader decision to attend the ECOWAS session after the resolution was passed by House to remove him from Ghana's delegation constituent or the constitute contempt. Now, the provisions of Order 31 state that any act of omission which affront the dignity or the authority of Parliament of Ghana, the procedures, any such effect constitute contempt of Parliament and a breach of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, might define this Parliament resolution removing him from ECOWAS Parliament and actually also going to Port Harcourt and attending the session. He has clearly affronted the dignity and engaged in an act that constitutes an affront to the authority of this Parliament. He added that it is time that the honourable member Afenyomakin put in his proper place. The Majority Leader subsequently filed a complaint of contempt of Parliament and a breach of parliamentary privileges. He asked the Speaker of Parliament to refer the Minority Leader to the Privileges Committee and impose the appropriate punishment if he is found guilty. If the motion is passed by the House, Afenyomakin could lose his privileges as a Minority Leader. In July 2025, Parliament, through a resolution, adopted the composition of Ghana's delegation to the Parliament of Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The motion had been consistently advertised on the order paper, and on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, the Majority Leader moved the motion and proposed amendment, including the replacement of Minority Leader Afenyomakin, and the initial advertised delegation included George Rickett Hagan as leader, Emmanuel Kwame Bejra, Ladi Ayi Ayamba, Eric Aful, Dominic Napere, Alexander Kwamina Afenyomakin, Kwame Enyimedu Entry, Dr. Brian Achampong, members with Millicent Yeboah Amankwa as an observer. And however, the Majority Leader proposed that Afenyomakin be replaced with his deputy Patricia Piaget to meet the 30% female quota specified by ECOWAS. He also amended the list to designate Brian Achampong as the observer and Millicent Yeboah Amankwa as a member of the delegation. The Member of Parliament for Bimbilla constituency, Dominic Nitiwul, opposed the amendment, urging the leadership to resolve the rising issues. Despite the disappointment, Speaker Agban Suman Bagwin ruled out the motion be carried and directed that the MP for Sunyani West remain as an observer. The House, by the voice vote, adopted amendment delegation consisting of George Rickett Hagan as the leader, Emmanuel Kwame Bejra, Ladi Ayi Ayamba, Eric Afo, Dominic Napere, Patricia Piejei, Kwame Nyimedu as member, and Millicent Yeboah Amankwa as an observer. Enti Mahama Yariga, the majority leader, and Afenyo Marking in the parliament yesterday was a heated debate in regards to the situation where Afenyo Marking as a minority leader should be revoked because of breaches of the parliamentary duties. Now, as at the same time, he co-hosts the ECOWAS Parliament, and then it will prevent him from attending ECOWAS Parliament because of some breaches. But in other words, we'll listen to the horse's own mouth. Afenyo Marking this morning around on with Adum FM, we will go and listen to him and listen to what he will say in regards to all these accusations made against him by the majority leader in Parliament, currently Mahama Yariga. Yankodenkoti Afenyo Marking,
a letter was written to Signals Bureau. Signals Bureau. You know, Accra na Hunedamano. Accra is like a police state.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
No police control, full security. And crying to Menzi Bona in Guankeke. There are cameras all over the city. Accra here, people may not know. Inti Dibona, so the police wrote to Signals Bureau to give them the video. Now, conference center, na parliament house, there are 3 cameras, national security cameras, 3. A call of a conference center or project towards parliament main entrance. And then we have another one on my left view and another one right view. So 3. 1, 2, 3, all the angles. Omain, I can tell you on good authority, I repeat, good authority, that cyber crime funo will access all the videos, 30 minutes each. They described my conduct as peaceful, that there was no such aggression. It's there. The videos are there. They've done everything. So, you know, when people want to do propaganda and lie, police, it is reporting in hours, I come Attorney General. Since June, what I was expecting the Attorney General's office to do, then check quickly what about throw
to clear.
To clear. But assembly bureau one as in him there was some the wine casepi. And then when the deputy attorney general wanted to do his mischief, he said, "Oh, they have received the report and is going through prosecutorial reviews." I just laughed. I just decided not to respond to him, you know. And they are now, the AG's office is now asking for the video so that they would also watch the video, which is good for me. Because already Chroma no Koribi Iye Juma Sabi Omain me Jimpa Motuma Yam Fumdo. But as if you are marine yet on in your day, Sabio minimum bra na mobile police is on peril. But the truth is, that police officer hit me, and the video that the police public affairs department took shows it.
So what it means is that we'll go through the process away with the Ghana Police Service.
Oh, of course, and they have prepared their report and sent it to the AG.
And the report exonerates.
Oh, completely. You can't manipulate evidence. And I am saying that the police did a professional, objective work. They were very fair. At least from what we all watched, they saw it. And still one can dig, because they really wanted to come after Afenyo Market.
Maybe that's your thinking.
No, I'm saying so.
Maybe that's your thinking, because
yes, that is my thinking.
Who describe the processes as a fair?
I'm saying that is my thinking. Yes, you are right. That is my thinking. It's not everything.
And some of the thinking does not feed into the good of the bigger picture. This is where the difficulty is. So, who coin as a minority leader or sign Wadaroma?
Yes.
Na say, Oma sa feed ni talk Ghana for what say. Well, a binum share on their cost. A binum share on
would you hear?
Go after this guy.
Would you hear me? Please. In him there, 50 time at the master see. Manka say, in him, I am measured in how I go about things. And the minimum that they make a guana metsedo as minority leader no one say me pee. They would come after you, they will attack you. And you been an acre about parliament. And that see some ankasa. I was watching it in my office. I didn't be biana my respond, because I'm a party product. Into Azibiowa, a Jemima. Ikuno no corso a minimum and Sebio Martina Bemenda and I can be politics is to Sebio my archer. Into in some maybe or what time for each year, no what offers war. Into no men sorry Kasebi keke. I'm telling you there after that Sebio police for aye when ejuma police for now one official video. Public affairs for take warrior assessment no won't there as no in fact no quarter Afenyo Market one finance anka police in bia ibinum so one task thought there. Oh, okay, one quite deep after all your national security cameras all over, and that place cameras were, and I'm telling you on good authority, all right, on good authority, that 3 cameras, 30 minutes each, all have been viewed and a report done, and that is the truth.
Are you privy to that report that you claim exonerated you?
If I'm not privy to it, why would I say on good authority?
And why haven't you put that report out?
No. Let's give it time.
Yeah, hungry with you.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Give a dog a bone.
Nina, share. And some Nina in the echo prung iyanuntama. You become emotional. People can easily predict you. Baby, I hear do a brebonum. Abuter tumbuo. Inti ye bibiana gidgidinti ye minority the wash our bakakana then. That should hit you small, Aza. And so on phone. Maybe I made you no be a propaganda kakra, ne demika, you become like a crying baby. Leadership requires a lot of patience. It tests your resilience, your agility, your ability to withstand pressure. It's a people are testing. Obi obey BB deliberately. You sure how Afenyo will react. Like during the vetting process. I mean, I knew what the other side was going to do, and I had prepared myself for it. And all they were doing was bait him, get him to do this, and then as an say. But I wanted the Ghana football who how natetia ye mame Justice Gertrude Arabe Saba Tokonu Chief Justice atetia wasn't a film.
We'll get to that point.
Okay. So I'm trying to give you an example. So in your Bibiana or the giddy because there is a if so what shall say what is for to divert attention. ABA raise important national issue be at Maza and to divert attention or there was what the on sutrim. Intino say careful. Now Debiano a Korea reactor. No way, no.
Okay, so remember what transpired vetting of a year the nominee, a chief justice. But
the disputed nominee, you mean?
Well, maybe I'm not going to dispute with you over this word dispute.
Right.
That's your opinion. But
that is the opinion of the minority.
That's your opinion. Nobody fights that opinion.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nobody fights it. It can be challenged, but you cannot fight it because you're holding it. So that's your opinion. You talked about your party.
Right.
Which party?
Oh man, you mean you don't know my party?
Which party?
You don't know my party? You know that you don't know the party I belong to?
Which party?
The New Patriotic Party, NPP. That is my party.
MPP?
Yes, that's correct.
We have it intact still?
Oh man, good question. Let me tell you something. Mamanka Damasemi. Party bia, political party bia, or go through in social P. Share, you know, NDC for and Wawa Bemi. In 2000, they went through their very low moment. One first time, I know we lose election. Our opposition. They had total chaos. There was total chaos in NDC in the year 2001. In fact, history will tell you that the first 2 years of NDC in opposition and the Kufuor, none could even have the courage to come on radio, TV to speak for NDC. Leadership crisis. But they had Alban Bagbin, who was minority leader. Na Okasamo or parliament. Them yen mami hanatete. Onye Omampeyin Mahama. They were the new face. Na Okasamo parliament. Now was starting one radio. Naze. Now by 2004, they had managed to regain momentum to the extent that some seats being put if you won same in 2000 elections and they took it back. Is it a Sunafo South or a Sutifi Thomas Brony? Honorable Thomas Brony.
That's Collins Down, a Sutifi.
They took
a Sutifi South.
They took that seat back.
Yeah.
Ashama seat, we had won Ashama in 2000. They won it back. Dadi Kotopon and few others. By 2008, to the surprise of many, NDC had rebranded and Professor Mills won after 3 rounds. What point am I trying to make here? I'm trying to say that, admittedly, we are having some challenges as a party.
Not just challenges.
It is to be
one.
It is. You can add that to it. I don't mind. But I will tell you today. Nyame ya adoma. Yebefim. Anope masam ya krupe to all party full soldiers, party leaders. Inyanya nkote nye party a ye kodomu nsohwe mu. Masre party mba abutar. I know people have interests. Interest is obia obi. You may have a regional interest, you may have religious interest, you may have tribal interest, but to the extent that you are an MPP member, no, who interest should be MPP and MPP alone. Ibio, a crew year in Eziban. For instance, presidential prime minister Okodi. All the yenina ye there after 31st January. Or there, yeah, campaign. Whoever will win. Be it Dr. Baumia, be it Honorable Kennedy Japan, be it Honorable Educhum or Honorable Brian Achampo announced today, yeah, menu paying Cabinet Japan. We party na bobom. Inti ya no kasa. Yana na montu. Menyimde aza wo frɛ ne bufu wo binum wo mu. De dem ana dem but me pede MPP yin biara ortie manope. Okay no hu de.
Leader,
leader,
deal with the reality. Your party is disgruntled.
I am making
disjointed.
A point. Can you
to the extent that conversations and in between followers of your presidential candidates, they are deepening the woes of the country. The reason why I am passionate about this is that we are a potential government in waiting. Sani catching this before. Some demonstrators are subina and na mode ba bema ye can't must your time. If you look at the words that have been that party members of you, can offer one presidential candidate, and some even affecting this current administration. How do we entrust power? How do we believe? How do we cut you people to size? Now what opposition and your power? What will you do? So you should admit that at this point there's no party. Where is your leadership? Who is the go-to person in your party? Who is the go-to person? Who regulates the front of the New Patriotic Party now? That's why when you said, my party, I asked which party? Because it's coming across that there's no party in existence.
Mpocho area.
Leader me too.
Mitumu kasa. And that's it. Omaye, baby a jina na baby a mi jina no. Difference be in baby a u jina, wa sama ken says ya. And as a Muslim king. Difference in you is the approach. I admit that we are having challenges. I admit. Ono sasunti in America there. Yen nyina yen hwe azekase na ode yenenyim. Omayin NDC for our baby. I can tell you from where I sit, all is not well. But what we understand be there are a one party. And that is the spirit I want and so as MPP. The yezi beshenumu na yeza boyenebra. Party bia numu wasam. Party bia ensem wom. But ihun be here there abuter bi bezi nenyim. Ne yenya yewunta asibi there for the sake of the party. Azibi owa yenjem asama reken se menyimi nwe bi wa asama nye radio do na me ne kaka to the parliament na menyim colleague bi yenye adwena na me kaka wo social media no nti no menyo ya adwene de all the party mbe nyinara wogitum de internal elections onye atwerko obiare kire na adwene ena sa wo tuabe ni wie nsuso a candidate ni nyina oyde wo kabom bibinti ena me pronounce wo parliament there nti obeya ahen MPs no yenye neutral nyobia no yeme ya adwen but za oyam donyi de so far MPs a we declare war campaign no they are being decent. That is my joy. Can all others do same? Sebio a co-campaign am a candidate. Can Azar candidating was a frank and shenisema obotum waye Zabua party in Oman Ghana. Intino share in the prosecution in the press conference. And this is because when we there, you know, seem to be wayan. Maman Kawaro Husembi. Mekawaro Husembi. It was this hot afternoon. Now make a parliament. And I met there. What you want to me? So me do parliament main entrance into the chamber. I met 3 of young colleagues at Wofi Ashanti region. Omani te hani yo. Ana maybe say one day, hey. Na Mokwahin also walk of na masina wanted there. What you want to me? Anu ya was a mama no. No oh kakra. Na another mpre mrebo na ba do meti dunto amasor. Ye nyina ye wo mfom but another mpre no hu ne so organizer da me kra chamber no musa no kwabna asem we die I say you 2 more quickly organize the members yenko work yen work to yoku mda ye kaka tena phone ma binum ka say wo ho na ase now kasa ofi enuano ma me hye won earlier mampe ana yeso krebe me beto me bisa mo asem bi de into say MPP na ye wo power and the NDC wo opposition and the Sebio NDC voter regional chairman and a regional chairman in the north. Why a bibimpa? Can we do this? Can he be arrested just like that and humiliated? You dare not. Because if you go to voter region, there's that unity. It could touch a party activist at that level from voter, you won't dare because of unity. Bibi Bopusu. And I realize that a whole Ashanti region, the base, MPP, young woman in Ashanti region, na young regional chairman, watching, was in it to true some them because the opponent realized that there was no unity. In that watch Ruby, in that was a Koji bill, in that was a cover property bra. Nina and this for wo gauge. Oh, Kofunampo, a crew and you want him. It's a crowd on phobia. And you see, you can say that on Yao or you'll be. And this if they are very smart, they always follow it up with a narrative. And you're careful, you may think that the person is so guilty. Look at Kwabene Dubois, a whole national security operative. Where Juman Yenim, Mese Morty. Then they put out a narrative, be the Sebi, or Yewi, Sika. That is NDC for you. The point I'm trying to make here is that because NDC Funu there, Nyanumi Kruya and Shada, you want him. If you touch one, you've touched that particular one. But if NDC Funim the if you go and touch one, you've touched all. They won't. No, won't to mean as some now or the one. No, oh yeah, as a film there. Because of lack of unity in the region. Pertinent to answer worker. And then another one is Yeni Abronye. I know that sometimes people may have their own views about Abronye approach.
It's not about people. Do you have your own view about that as a leader?
Oh, yes, of course. And I've told him. Oh, of course. I mean, I have my own views about the excesses of his actions. I've told him. He's my junior brother. But it does not also mean that when somebody is going after him, the party will disown him. Make our assembly bill. Somewhere 2018, one of the lawyers in my law firm, Okaji NDC in Bini case, the Oriye. It was this investigation, prosecution, EBR. And now, starting also a Brenton or any yanko. Inti, our friend on any case, man. Do you know what happened on my end? A very senior member of NDC called that lawyer in my law firm. No catching the Opedoman weekly updates of the case. Now, every Friday, that woman was calling the lawyer. And Obisketchen in the look. The gentleman is a party product. Now, on one NDC for Warren Makwana Obiakeke. in one case. And you know what they did? Julius Zebra no office be Jowulu. No office be Jowulu. That is where they end. Then they use that office and another office at Cantonment. And one of them 2 offices. And now what do you worry has? What's now what assess the case, you know, and then they move as a united force. It's not a matter of Obiru Koni baby, no. NDC ensure discipline. That yes, or your party na our appointment. Na asama bon. So asama bon, it will take the same party machinery to help you. So it's not about Obi Kafa ne lawyer, Obi Akafa ne lawyer, Obi Akafa ne lawyer. Inti yenu anoma wo cases na dini nyina no. I'm just reminding them that your party ninti na akoton so short them. Yield to the party. Na party no one legal representation as in no, the party will come together. Now you move as a united force. Otherwise, you no wa pick a court was wakasha wa pick a court we mase. Because they moved with a united voice. And them in a mayo simbiano wayen. Sa ayadama I was so amazing song, I mean kayashe, obi song kayashe, ibon na enyimgwasen was a kaka wonyina. Inti one man yenina yen shannon so. Oh man, look at them onerous bill conditions. Why would it be the obi say, oh, investigate obi and cover property worth this in your property now? Look, I mean. Oka man ko tin ha ehun nchesebio eko yoko and eko BNI no waka cho the cover property bra as a condition for your bail you decline. Yes, and I'll tell you why. You see, it's a political question. Nimpa no as a cover property no what did America army what can cover property bra inyibi irugona kwayin. Say Yoko was starting no na obi say okay no famutum omahin JB down kwana ninu anom no say self sacrifice no ibi amba nka party no endu baby ayi yo ba force akoto ya santin ne chiame NLM odim tintin wa cheja ko ne papa meka wose oyesikenya oye mapa watchire party no oziguan atu no kon ho na wona wo kwa kantam wo name impeyinfo what sacrifice GH mesamo what do what care to one. If they were looking at their comfort they wouldn't have done what they did. Oh man, it's you know, I just want to remind all of us in yana yara yes ye MPP for impeyinfo no. We should know that it will take collective sacrifice. I'm not saying everything must be perfect. But look, let's go through some pain. Let's go through some pain. Now, I'll give you an example from home. Mr. Father, our friend IK Esibu, Obi Enyimnu Osimpa. On your police station executive or your MPP activist in your masamotun 96 Kufone campaign or Dimidin Pomazi Pottery Enterprise. Mr. Father, one or you. Now, after the election, with demoting neither wire bono politics inti or your missing foreman with demoting wayen was in about to the grade of watchman. And after that, you know, so what transfer no crow Ankafu, you know, Ankafu leprosarium one, just right opposite it. There is an old warehouse belonging to Pomazi Pottery, and one old machine, sir.
It's not in use.
On ye Juma crow what ogu. Now what transfer no crow? Do you know what? Mr. Fadonia letter no. I remember. No, Mr. was in Augustins. Yamakon. yama befi obey okachem mame Esther say MPP nti was monko ankafo amoko.
His basis was MPP
nti Mr. Father o nde o man nenyu efra wezi 84 wenzi da anytime I show man nenyim na me raho me say da ebra wo party ho nchende menyi genye de o man nenyu obo hwaze ne we hu da ne sacrifice or sacrifice no mfaso bi abon o man let me continue the story o man crawl ankafo na mommy okasran na yekọ ankafo a onye akwatafo no na onyo onfa no na still a preach MPP wo when Jaro Hoda one not ya not the crow retirement, he was never transferred back to Winneba. Obi oye missing foreman MPP was no crow ankafo the onka watchman in yada why bon bia na bonanyi de oye campaign we dwumum mbojat masa if odisrobi hyenemu nche inde ondu bebia nche party no ontum emanimodo enyim de ne papa ye oye somo some MPP embrisu ya mi wie school a mama mumudo obia so kwekwe sibu ne ba oh atoze esibu ne ba wo papa nti me keda me first assembly man na me wini wokojo bedu campaign nyina no na wo bonizin oh esibu me bi efutu wakade esibu me bi na chede esibu ne ba.
But the MPP then the MPP now there's a big difference.
What I'm trying to I'm making a point. I'm making a point that how is it a dumb party biara but go through yeni nyinara yenka yenechi omayin. Another example, Sunday was a Sunday, Monday na ya vetting. Sunday I needed to consult all the party elders as at 2 a.m. na many President Kufuor woni fe webri o man na where's the 87 o says 87 plus, right? Consulting him for ideas. Mifiwo opinion bisu return as at 3 a.m. na many Uncle Freddie Blay o man wo phone do on day na many Professor Okwe on day yakasa by 6 o'clock Monday anopa medu President Akufo-Addo o she ne morning coat na oh sorry 6 o'clock at that age or daughter party ninti and I know many more elders are party ninti was sacrifice. Look, a minister wa Akufo-Addo na bem na Emma and this for the hubisha wungu and the kakasa ma party mpa na wa afro I bo prosecute na woso isrobinti a member of parliament e be kasa na wa shada was e kasa wo be prosecute you. Let them prosecute you. One prosecute you where? And so what? It do what you want say young crofo no mu nti e kasa eme ametie threats upon threat e kai ECG agenda no e hu dem men shake because me say man ECG no wa appoint him in July and my first meeting was end of September and then I did about 3 or 4 meetings, most critical most of the time because majority leader na my busy what the ECG your friend and some was a containers bio. Now about prosecute no be from the leader. Yes, wo kasa many information be national security message. One match him my bre. You know, we need to have a psychological defiance be we yet me there. That mean women in Puno. Emma what this show mu na social media. I mean social media. Me share debi. Enyim na forward in zeme bi mam na di bubu ma bema ma block line din. So I'm asking young colleagues, Jina Wanado, politics biano was a kukuduna was here. Hey, each umutain, a bang or wado, oboguini massacre. Each umutain, as in trying to do, wobocha to order.
Is that the kind of democracy you want to practice? When you talk about when you talk about Abayan also, and the OPB.
Oh, but that is what's happening.
But you bring me back to more parliament as minority, and one of your members, former, in Chatusobi Abatonoso. What have you as the minority done about the Kaswa member of parliament that or Uditro to get that seat, to almost get your member of parliament, former Ghana's former minister, to get imprisoned, to get jailed, and you are the minority is silent on that?
Oh, Omain Mpocho, let's put things in the right perspective. First of all, Minister of Interior and then the police, whatever investigation our year, they've been very objective.
But as we speak,
Mpocho,
when you talk about objectivity, where objectivity means that the report has told us that the two bodies that were dead were shot dead. It's captured in the report, and the police retrieved those bodies, or they didn't. And what
I'm saying is that on the aspect of Hawakumsin, I'm saying that the allegation was that Hawa Nawai Bibi.
Yeah.
And then they came out clear there. Hawa Onyashim Masa. They've also said that the other member of parliament, the Rabana Owineno, Wanfano Koribi, and to Masa. Now, Hawa has issued a statement to say that no coroner says you'll be Masa. For me, advice a Mesbaman Mankawaha. Whatever that I would say to Hawa on what steps she should take, and for that matter the party, I think that these are matters that I will not raise them now. It's a matter that I would raise it at the appropriate forum within the party structure. I will not raise it now.
So when you have public office, maybe difficulty is the word he's been objective, he's been fair. So when you enter public office, what is it there that you're going to do? To be biased, not to be objective, not to be fair, not to be principled, not to be honest, not to be transparent? That is the kind of thing you want us to operate in this country.
Ideally, that is how it's supposed to be. That a police officer investigating a matter, a minister of state in a public office would have to be fair, candid, asamano, modano, osboto. But again, we operate in a political system. So, where you see fairness, you are tempted to comment because it doesn't often happen. But ideally, that should be it.
But that's the challenge. That is why taxi driver Sika on a kemu. No, the abano money munina e bossy. What is the responsibility of the title of that? Who Sika said that okay moi?
Into Mfa.
So where is the praise coming from? Where's it coming from? That is how far you are telling us that we've gone in terms of the social fabric. You're deteriorating to that extent.
Unfortunately, that is what it is.
Who is supposed to do his work.
Unfortunately, that is what it is. That is what it is.
It also tells us the kind of people we have engaged to occupy the public office.
Omain, Mijis there, Anope, a high yeti, yan discussion, one objective of it is to shape public opinion.
But for how long are we going to shape this opinion?
In terms of how I in Ghana. Because Nzame Piwa, Dembre, Mezi Kanaka, for instance, a whole chief justice or Yenejuma, Obi Akach petition. Petition no sabio, what's the work and wasam? Asam no 1 year yo. What the 3 petitions? Three. We first one a date for hearing. The next thing is a non-year judge. Non-year judge. I say, why a report?
Okay, so who say this matter of the Chief Justice is of concern to all of us. Yes, not just the minority, all of us. So what was the purpose opting out of this big opportunity?
No.
To unleash whatever it is.
No.
You missed that opportunity.
We didn't. Let me explain. You see, principle is principle. If you raise a preliminary legal issue, there are court cases court imbu asɛm no mo si yɛn vet nyimpa na ɔyɛ ɛyi bafobɔ ne ɛyi judge no ɔno na ɔyɛ dɛ nkyɛ ɔyɛ dɛ ɔyɛ panel judges na wodi asɛm no ɔkonkɔn wanyɛ because onyim dɛ ɔbɛ benefit from this. Yes, Debbie. Me vet na what it means is that I'm saying it's a legitimate nomination,
but an opportunity
no
to put to him
no
that what
no it is not about
to
that
benefit from
Debbie
is not the best
Debbie,
as
once
a country.
Once you've raised the preliminary issue and you've been overruled, you don't proceed to give oxygen to the next stage. No, it is never done. The right thing we did was at the time was to tell them there as na wo ye no onye yeruntum nkan na yenye. That is why yesterday you vote against it. We are not going to vet him. What to what end? You can vet him to what end? Nyimpa no abatra honum sebe was there any spare to prick the size of his intent? Was not only voting ambition, by the way, voting ambition. How? Wabetro also one vetting. Only me there. Nyimpa or Chief Justice no. One now was in a system. In one the way Justice Point teenage. Nenuaje or Sesro. Ye look. The judiciary funankasa why no. One day.
And that's the language.
It will come and hunt they themselves.
We are sad the development and growth of this country becomes a challenge. Now the minority talks, the MPP talks, the opposition talks, and it's sir. And yes, say Nameya Adumni Ebadia, and ya Ajo Kofa UN General Assembly Daneba, Ajo Kofa Buckingham Palace ba, and Sanyama bill. What country are we building? Is that the? What country are we building?
Have you been
Why can't we tell them straight that these conditions that you are giving us for bail, it's unreasonable, it's unimaginable, it's unthinkable. You are not doing what small parliament but most seven interest of parliament. The majority, the minority works out because an individual they feel that the processes is wrong. They've boycotted it. Make kwabna santima to abama fenyo marking. Wabejina manemu efutu. Esutifi north. Matuza at Ngarama eye eben. Wanoswa akojina baby. So whose interest are you serving? Partisan interest or the national interest? Which one? You missed a constitutional opportunity to go through the details of your challenges as minority, serving the interests of most of us as Ghanaians who want to know more about 3 reasons that I still feel that it's unfounded, it's unfair: allowances, transfer, and then recommendation to a president that you can appoint as soon as you are Benting, which the person has the right. That was the opportunity that you missed.
Can I answer you?
Yes, Osayini.
Thank you. Omain, first of all, I think that if you yourself, you are being fair to me and following my advocacy in the public space, at parliament and at programs that I attend, you realize that consistently I've been saying that let's end this vicious cycle of I do you, you do me. I hope that you've been hearing me say that. Because you see, Ghana is all we have. But it is also not MPP in order to wasam. I want our media, civil society organizations. So far, unfortunately, maybe CSOs are giving NDC some honeymoon, maybe. But so far, all the human rights advocacy groups that I know have been very quiet. This bill, I think that no pay yakan. I've been loud on this matter. And I've been consistently saying that, look, Obi Sebio when you some intino coffee japazibra and sana wa mobile. As if there was a bill number 1. Look at what happened to a former boss, MD. Orutukwan Namotinato, your friend then stop list without telling him. Hey, it's yanum NDC for dachi. The me a drew win I wasn't to be no one touch Amadui. And a woman bia, wobotu wa tefre, wobotu wa mini. Emi de bia me from me catch one. O mine de biara nwa na wote asaman me from ma catch the bro. Zamu ye mu hwe ne ye yo. Because oyasefim your aim is to disgrace, embarrass. But in the end,
is that their aim or the law at work?
Oh, come on. Oh, man, come on. And some of our judges too. One also is like, I want to please my master, so bail condition. First of all, obi nanto, obi it serve obi criminal summons. Nanankasa or nanto ba court dame. That is the first honor our court. There, only baby ako. Then if you are a judge, then you will issue criminal summons, and he or she walks into your court. Ebia nyimpano was on inquiry bail, or report to the police. Then the person comes, and then him and bail has to go for a japaze so and so to commensurate with your friend then amount now state in charge with. Then you the judge ab initio you are claiming that nyimpani are guilty, because otherwise obi botuma bokwe do na wakade 1 billion. Then you the judge will say that no for properties worth 1 billion, bra. How? So this Asamarikin, let's direct it at the Attorney General and the state actors, because one na sesiano bibiara yentobia or super majority. It is even becoming difficult to speak in parliament. There appears to be a new culture of silence coming up in parliament. Watch the programs, watch proceedings. There's a way, a subtle manipulation. They wouldn't want you to.
But you draw the speaker's attention to that effect. Omahin, I beg you. I don't want to go there. Since you're careful, you get threatened. Can you imagine that you were friend and Chief Justice vetting? 2 of my colleagues were reporting Mama there. Leader, can you imagine what the majority MPs are saying there? You people, if you are not careful, Mr. Speaker will suspend you. Hey, right now, say Inyaku could run to in parliament. I'm telling you. Missy Inyaku could parliament. They don't even want you to talk. Musimukuta 189. Yet you fear the mighty few, 87. Since the NDC if Wonyampa was the speaker, back on 190. Wonya. The slightest thing they will run to speaker, and they will find a way so that speaker will even rule against you. That is all they are doing. You have 189. In fact, we more 100 in film. No 89 in power. You are more than our 87. Anna. So what are you afraid of? Omahin, the intimidation, the attacks. I mean, yes, maka. Sometimes procedure now one can say follow procedure in the parliament. That's a national anthem. You don't follow procedure. When you are even following procedure, the frustration, you file a motion. It takes about 10 days before you are told at midnight that your motion has been declined. You file the motion, and file a motion on yourself. Look, the frustration is just too much. So it's a partisan nature. I'm going to represent at the Augusta House there. Not the national, the national character. If you say you are there to serve the interest.
I don't think the NDC has become so intolerant in Parliament. Look, I and my colleagues go through hard research. We come into the chamber prepared. We expect that they would also prepare. The procedure is that today their strategy is point of order. And you could see from their posture there, they don't even want us to talk. If you are 189 Ebazinti in Esro 87. Mebo, you have 189. Ebazinti in Esro 87. Maybe for the first time in the history of Ghana's parliament, a minority leader who is asserting his rights may end up being sacked from parliament for asserting his rights.
But that's not possible.
Oh, well, I can see signs of that. They want to frustrate, to break you up, break them down, break them. It's the actual one. Oh my, that's what they intend doing. We hear a lot. How do you clip the wings of a French market? How do you clip the wings of another umbrella? Some of our former ministers are MPs. Some of the Akufo-Addo appointees who are MPs. Oh my, will bring one worker now I send one text message. Even me, I've said it. Me. The messages on my phone. Last year, a non-NPP activist could send me a message. Oh yeah, it's not easy. But I want to encourage your colleagues in Yunade. Wonya kukudru na wonjina pinti ne bibiara wa number. And I want to say media no. We need one full support to point out some of these excesses, because Parliament is now becoming a one-party parliament of full dictatorship.
We'll get back to the dictatorship, but point is that now you've missed that glorious opportunity, that constitutional requirement. You could have maybe done the job as an opposition party.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Point again. Why are we going to go about it on the floor or what?
Omahin, if you heard me, at the committee level, I stated that yen objection grounded on principle. There was no point in going the next stage to vet. No. On the floor, in the day you were going through the draft reports, there were a few mistakes. The clerk corrected the chairman and I, Yeshim, will meet over the final. Definitely, they would lay the report and would repeat our argument on the floor. We'll repeat our argument unless their next strategy will be that we shouldn't speak. The whole country would see. But we will repeat our case and make our case known. That Ekwana was it Justice Tokonu Fadono on yet. And it is very premature. We would object to the motion. And so now the motion is, when they bring the motion, that is the time that the full-blown argument can suffice. It was the time, because now you are moving the House to adopt a report. So now is the time. We've not missed any opportunity at all. We've not missed any opportunity.
But as a party, as minority,
now is the time.
Who acknowledges that we have a chief justice now? Almost.
I won't answer that question. I will not.
Do you agree?
I will not answer. It's not every question I have to answer.
But we cannot progress. Because the point is that here is a situation.
You won't get that answer from me.
Well,
can we make progress? Let's be fair.
Is there that acknowledgement now?
Be fair to me.
Will you appear?
I will not answer that question.
That
I will not answer.
Is on the verge of getting a new chief justice.
I know that there is a disputed nominee who himself was the lead architect of a conspiracy against his own colleague.
Very unfair comment.
Well, that's my opinion.
Very unfair comment.
First of all, how can you, being the one to empanel the court, swiftly empanel for the purpose of injunction, but fail to empanel to hear the substantive case? Omayin okoto de nebujo yenjaisa dia omodia ye Chief Justice Tokonu no enye adena sebe edu se wo be empanel ne wetie asem no de court no empanel. By the way, Attorney General says of file defense or shada one file defense or twenya membre ni twemu ansafe or file motion for leave to file out of time or leave to file on per extension of time. Why did the God grant that? All the time now Attorney General and filing, are then a court issue hearing notice. Are then a court today issue hearing notice. Oh my, dear Obiobeka say, my Lord Bafo Bonnie, dear a course no, Ninsen Shemno, and now on Kahu. Nenipano onim dear course. Look, Mama Mamia Brown, what it Mamisa? What it Mamisa? Na wiase na ye wo no se ebia wo de ye obi nde ende na se wo de wo fi se wenya no ebia na ekira na akoye wo ana wo faase bi ana wo nua bi.
But if there was something untoward that, we have the judicial service, we have a yet relevant.
Is she even getting fair hearing?
But
listen,
why are these people not here?
They don't want to.
Her colleagues. Why are they?
They should answer.
Why are they not coming out to that effect?
Me say.
Is our Chief Justice now a member of the New Patriotic Party? Is she a member of the New Patriotic Party?
Even lawyers on our side. Yeah, lawyers. Yeah, MPP for lawyers are. Omoka asem we bi no. They get calls threatening, hey, mo de ukebia, ukezi ba court, unwinio. Chese aye time. Oman aye time. Oman, you don't know, eh? Me say a judge, a Supreme Court judge, told my colleague Jerry Ahmed Monday that you are a nemesis. You have no idea the threat. Oh, Oman, in same
na Supreme Court judge can we are. Anyone can say manage now.
Oman, me say in same na ya kan wasem. Me say, Oman, me say the threat. No, Ghana is getting into some new era of culture of silence. It's like unim na okaka. Yeso mu. Me say the threats on me. Me tell you. The threats, several of them. All the attacks, but me say Jerry Ahmed, the second deputy minority whip, was told by a Supreme Court judge that you are my nemesis. On the corridor. Now, me say Jerry, to what dream? I hear media threats and a friend who case back court. Some of our people have the woman is fear be especially some of our lawyers. Say, hey, unim na ukakebia, ukesi ba mu enimwa, wan hwa na, omo be judge.
I don't want to buy that. But I don't want to buy that. But judges are not there to pay people back.
Look, when I was vetting,
what's that supposed to mean?
When I was vetting the 7, you know the 7 that we vetted.
Yeah.
The 7 that we vetted.
Yeah.
Omai, of this program, I will show you text messages. Okay? Me pesa me de chewo. Na wo hu dia ye kom. Enioma ye fem. E nyankopon adaroma. Eni ye nya akukudro bi mpo se ye kasa e wo parliament. E din Oman e din o. Eni ntina as no pay dia woka about MPP unity no. Me no ye adwen say if as a party yentumi anka yen wan bom na ekro ye amba yen temu a ebe ha ma hu se eye wo o wo de hu so wo de wadanfo ni NDC ni bi ana se judge bi ye wadanfo nti obeba ho ban ade ebetumi abo ho ban ne wo party na wo dom no wo interest and wo party.
So why is it that the legislature, politicians, and the judiciary more interfere so deep in our judiciary? Sir? Why is it so?
No, I don't.
Why is it so?
I don't think
that separation of power seems not to be there.
It is NDC that is doing it.
It is the MPP who started it.
Started with what? Who? Give me example.
But how are you jumping into conclusion that?
But it is obvious. You come and you say you are.
It was not obvious.
But do you remember Georgina Wood? There are so many ways to kill a cat. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
NDC bar power 2009. They made attempt they made attempt say Ombeyi Georgina Wood.
The former NDC chairman, blessed man.
Thank you. The amuye ya ena your friend say judges and magistrate association for sorry also. This is not the first time, Mr. Wo. This is not the first time. There is a new fear. Hey, Omain, Sesiano Kasakrana. Look, some of my colleagues in parliament. Ebia me show mo se o adena. Ebia I say wo be kasa wo we hu na bia wa send no message. Or the atrel. Enyo bia na e wosa akukudro no. The threats. Obi o wa anya se wa ye boni o onye boni. But the fact that harassment na
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
From the one-on-one interview with Afenyo Marking, the minority leader in Parliament, as we're moving on quickly, let me quickly once again also announce to you the Hot Digital, a annual fundraising campaign to support the radio transmission. And as we go into Christmas, if you have a little donation to help, account holder near Hot Digital Online Limited. Account number is 763-64379. 763-64379. Sort code is 090128. 090128. In the annual fundraising campaign, support radio station, keep the airwaves alive. And your contributions can also help to establish the Hot Digital Online as we keep going. In the meantime, for a little support, over to me and your account holder number. No account number is 763-64379. 763-64379 and sort code near 090128. 090128. Unitylink Financial Services Limited and so a mobile money to major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all RAB banks in Ghana, airtime top up. And Bombardier link up with Unitylink Financial Services Limited. If you want to send money through the platform, Bombardier said Unitylink has been in existence for the past 30 years, working assiduously and also managing their affairs on the digital platforms. And when it comes to giveaways and definitely they will come up with something to map up a strategy to give their clients a reward for all these years being acquainted with Unitylink Financial Services Limited as a prospective client. And we say omo wo achedia sunko ainam kwanso ba Unitylink Financial Services Limited, all time financial services limited. International students, those who want to pursue courses in the UK and beyond, Nina your pinnacle of education. Education is your pinnacle. More importantly, pinnacle at the construction courses account. It will help. Will be able to a construction course beyond Bombardier for pinnacle of education with major universities only affiliated with and collabo with Pinnacle of Education on 079-471-52878. 079-471-52878. Into Pinnacle Amufaba Education or branch or my Ghana. I wish you DVLA building for Paco Anan LA. Into Pinnacle and Education and so Eboy Chidom. AJN and Co Limited, a chartered accountant business advisors, specialists in preparation, annual account, bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. AJN and Co Limited. Banning gift aid claim, company registration, all kinds of mortgages and remortgages. One-stop shop to arrange for your general insurance, your life cover, medical insurance and protection. P45 NUP60 Nina AJN and Co Limited and pay from 016344 70495 016344 70495 and 078830 777 742 and your AJN and Co Limited. EDAS shipping for Bano a year air freight offers almost year £3.65 per kilo, £40 for sea freight. Now EDAS for Chakwang or 65 Optin Lane, Forest Gate, Echo 7, 9 Premier Bravo, 3180 Romford Road. Almost boxes, any drums, and I also say airline ticket, any money transfer, and your EDAS for Antibomodian from 0203 976 0697 0203 976 0697 and also says 079 473 61067 079 473 61067 and your EDAS shipping FP money transfer and no a year fast paced money transfer releasing new apps and enhanced FP transfer app for your convenience, peace of mind, sending money back home. Just download FP transfer app from Google Play Store and also Apple Play Store. www.fastpacetransfer.com. You can also send money through their platforms and also say on website. Competitive rate now not an issue at all. Into Bombardier Saudi Kamani Befa fast pace transfer. Beyond remittances. In the fast pace for and so enubedin kitahunsunko. Fatherless Visa Travel and Tours. Yenya Francis Frisbee Park. A ban special discounted airline. And answer British Airways airfare to Ghana. Renew your passport. You want a new passport. You want a visa. Nina no eye. As Fatherless for H.R. Quine 57. Stratgate Road, Frisbee Park, London, November 4. 3 Echo Green on 0207 6193 079 3965 6111. Tell no, Fatherless Visa Travel and Tours worldwide. I no pay and so ebu echidom. King Shipping for CN Kyle say we move your goods with absolute care, safe, secure, and on time. From 079 475 35572 079 475 35572 079 475 35374 Ferry Lane, North Raynham, England, Romeo Mother 13 9 Delta Delta. King Shipping at gmail.com. We carry care and we deliver. Boswe na Lemfi Ghana end of year party. Lemfi so Sikamania Krabia. Now they want to honor their customers until they want to organize a program that is coming on end of this year, 7th of December at Regency Banqueting Suite, 113 Bruce Grove, Tottenham, London, N17 6UR. Now community awards. They want to reward their customers. 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. free food and drinks, honoring our own, building our future. Until Lenfi, a money transfer, is organizing the end of year party to reward their prospective client, to also show some gratitude to them. In the meantime, Emmanuel Fashion say and Kaiwa no pay say a bano say oh yeah decoration, but we hear decorations be traditionally ebia kente decorations near dia. Omo ye numero a na ke say omo betumi aba baby bia kama amao. A bano kente weaving at Bomri, affordable kente yard, wholesale and retail. And no Emmanuel Fashions. For 079 049 50636 079 049 50636 and no Emmanuel Fashions. Benkai will say Big Joe Abrantia na oye barber ni and I say oye barber wo Forest Gate. The 1 week observation no basso why so soon Big Joe Samuel Essel Samson Essien na your friend na on the 15th November 2025 and 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. and no Emmanuel Church, Forest Gate, Romford Road, Echo 78 Bravo Delta. Into all friends and sympathizers are cordially invited. 1 week observation for Inuya Big Joe. Fred 074 00812075. Into Saturday, the Inuya Big Joe enya 57 years. Yame Emfani Crency. Send wave money transfers here and Kyle say apps need to be within a short time because of non-compliance. Now, your Clepo apps, no, not just a new juma. If you have not been with SendWave Money Transfer, you have as a new prospective client and also say new entrant, you know. The awareness of download apps and now about promo code a hot digital £10 credit for you. Now what you may send this on SendWave Money Transfer apps. E&J Handyman about carpentry works, door fixing and hanging, fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And no E&J Handyman on 074324 02117 074324 02117. With all the information tidbit and more, now Keir Starmer is in tight waters, the Prime Minister of UK. Now the allies of Keir Starmer want him to step down, but there have been some issues surrounding the circumstances as a leader of Labour and the Prime Minister. And the allies of Prime Minister are making it very clear that he will fight any challenge to his leadership from Labour MPs. Now, some MPs are saying that they are fear from those loyal to Keir Starmer that his job might be under immediate threat. And that is what is going to happen. His job is under threat. And Keir Starmer want to fight every corner to make sure he will be the Prime Minister till the time we go for another post. But in the meantime, there are some inactions within his corridor. Say he should step down. There are possible challenges who are also emerging from his camp. Say Omo and so will succeed Keir Starmer. In the meantime, critics say that evidence that Downing Street is full bunker mode, which won't help the government out of hole we are in now. Friends of Keir Starmer are deeply worried about what they see as a plotting ongoing, try to replace him, and also seeking to make clear that what they see as the grave risk of leadership challenge, and those names being discussed by Labour MPs as potential candidates to replace Keir Starmer include some of his closest cabinet allies, especially West Streeting. West Streeting, the Health Secretary and the Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood. Now, some also speculate that the ambition of Ed Miliband, the Energy Secretary, and the backbenchers, including the former Transport Secretary Louise Hay, and also the ambition of Streeting is seen with particular suspicion from some loyal to the Prime Minister. Speaking to the BBC Breakfast Show, Streeting called the suggestion that he could challenge Keir Starmer defeating nonsense, and he said he was not standing against the Prime Minister. Now, that is the proportion, but he is saying verbally, say he's not going to stand for that one. Asked if he would ever consider making such a move, he replied, "I cannot see circumstances under which I would do that to our Prime Minister." He said the Prime Minister should sack the aide who was responsible for the briefing, which he described as the worst attack on the faithful Singh's Joe Mala was banished in the traitors final. He added that there was a toxic culture in Downing Street that needed to change. One minister said the Prime Minister will fight this before making reference to a key by-election in 2021, which Labour lost to the Conservative, prompting Keir Starmer considering resigning as a Labour leader. He is one of the only two people alive who have won a general elections for Labour, and it would be madness to run against him after 17 months. Opinion polls suggest that Keir Starmer is deeply unpopular, perhaps even the most unpopular British Prime Minister in the history of the modern opinion polls. Now, polls also suggest that the Labour Party has commanded the support of no more than a fifth of the electoral in recent months, but the move to replace Keir Starmer isn't straightforward. Under the Labour rules, it will also take 20% of its MPs to nominate challenger, 81 given the current size of the parliamentary part in the Commons. Now, for few months, plenty in Labour Party have acknowledged that the government faces likely crunch points after devolved elections in Scotland and Wales and local elections in many parts of England next May. Labour is widely expected to do badly in those elections, but there are growing concerns from some in the party that it can't wait. Then it will contemplate a change of a leader. Downing Street is aware of the potential immense of such a threat to them. One of the senior Labour MP told us that it's all very well to say wait for the locals, but my activists base I'm sending into the gunfire. I can't lose all my councillors. And to Labour, some of the MPs, and so arguing, say, so it has a falsified information. In the meantime, in between time, 19 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock, and we'll be going straight to the phone line to bring you all the information, tidbit and more. Now, Yaku any man pay. Jesus is coming, and it's coming over very soon.
It's coming very soon. My Lord is coming very soon. Messiah is coming very soon.
All right, young queen, him down 12 million is trying to pay. Hello,
Mr. Valentine.
Yeah, thank you.
Ghana for you know. Obi a na dreams MPP party supporters and ye ja MPP na and the pakọ da da ho. Ye da secret party no. Na ye edidi eje bi ne ba ye na manfo ebufu ye o man kwoto aba. Party dwuma ye de dom na eye. Inti parties kan so dom na eje. Se MPP 40 ase saa de bia na bibia be ye fine. So be boa do ko power onya kwanya na se won so hwe no. Pesa mama malebas intele mu e konto kwa ma no dress dwuma se kasa kakra mo mu nyina no. Papa baby de o mo hye. Sana party ye run no. And going forward no, we are going to bring MPP back to power. Na ye ba ye mfenji etrim said the just should be a thing of the past from the party. Obi biara oba ya amuma na position one more party adwumayefo na se buyi ni si chen. Na yenso ayenye be yenso ye be take over. Afi mighty minority MPP for memo bi ensuro parliament wo. Munne omunsie ni pepepepepepepe. Rolling Star mokura mpa na ye soja ban a wokoka na omo abeche wa kokun kura no. Ye papa JH Mensa munni omu president Kufu Addo munni omu sie ni 50-50. Ye munni omu sie ni pepepepepe. Omo ntuma ye hute. Inti munni omu sie ni hu se party na nyankola party. Na krobo edu se na ekan o se Falanda boys we mu. Falanda boys. Say NDC for Sabio Sankwasi we mu de no mbetumi aye o parliament to say omo intimidate mu. La omo na mo lawful way enchimungum. So omo bae no omo apade omo nkrofo. Cases e wo court ni omo apade so omo ntoso nkozu ya omo ntoso endi omo nchimungum yeso ye ba pade mo. Isa sana mo pede dia we will do that. And Trump buy over 3,000 something e go din sem hunu capital yo on pade omo ina. And money omo sie ni obi o machi ni dia ye ba na ehwehwe mi na say you love for yeso ye ba pade mo nti money omo sie ni pepepe mo bi ezuro 50-50 money omo sie ni pepepepe mo intimidate obi na ye MPP for no ye omo fence political party ye believe in law abiding and democratic and ye believe entina ye chi obi a yenkodin sem hono no ye chi obi a yenkodin sem hono ye fi say o man na ye tem no a rule of law na ye de ye adwuma nti say ye chi obi na ye hwehwe ni sem a de entina say ye kobo dompem ekodi nachi unless say say a unlawful way na say lawful way na mo chi obi a and people ye ma say ye be say ye da agi akodi ni panachi let us law no ye na adwuma na say ye hwehwem na so odifa so mo agya no o say odifa na mrande ye de be ye no so dibim so no mo agya no na ndisi for na mo Valanda boys ebi ni hweye we boys uto we mo bi ma ne no ma no mo banku bi dia no mako gya akoko ntokwa de gege MPP for no ye ko school ya dwen mabie we believe in rule of law ye man do din se hunu sa na ye party no etie ti me so na me wie no justice bafobone no eni kwansa mo pene man be justice wo Ghana wonim say na yire no ye Ghana priest boss ento ono onam unlawful way achi amanfo ogum a na dey so asa ahwe mo so say wo mo bi 70 years because so baba abecho abekun na ye de mra na ye adwuma na ye ze emotion ye adwuma mema mo pene da mighty man
baba na me say hello
Valentine, good morning.
Yeah, Marcus here.
Yo, I'm not check here for now. I think it's ridiculous. Can I say one call and I will program another day. Then we have become very serious about them today in it because they said some you are, a certain score. And I they are taking me as a campier, they can be about their friends and people walking out of the constitution. Or Valentine. My problem with this guy is that phone or the Kasai, oh, many are somehow over Rebecca, maybe a yes, and here. Addition is here. But quite to the extent, I microphone bar on Becassa, and anybody didn't ask me to know about it. As I feel me know about maybe not be Obama, it will become as a Becca. It will be our mother's all the fish, all that's overcome as a man. One I will catch them say, if you live in a glass, don't throw a stone, a thousand mark and it goes to you. Again, many of our other permit you. Maybe the problem with your friends say, oh, I never your friends say, I give you some on the the point is, young Ghana for your penny pie, you say yourself. So your friends are IGP, which is no your money, assess you or your civilian now. We should take him to court. Since you're a civilian on your police officer view. But so far, no being to be bad. No matter against it, I was an allegation. This is done, this, why you see. Or you're freezing to be a father cocoa. If you are American, now to the point the video by I say, they are make pretty in Kabum. Now that's him my birthday, but to be a guy. That's him my utia, they my belated happy birthday. Now, Valentine may issue to say, somewhere you cannot, that be a yard of Fijiagro. As some of them people got on the Kwabna, your friends, or my Kwabna, and TV, but something your guy. There was a law division, was it?
I think you're marking, no, Kasai.
Okay. And some are no Kanwa. Yeah, there can be already so I have attacked. Now, wouldn't there my politics in your time? So, all back as I see, no, all of a sudden, all your mouth before. Valentine, the secret here. Many of the best last year, before a better about. That's why I have ready to be an all recording. And one or the Casa was MPP man, or Sunday recordings in the opera. I'm the friend I'm catching as a villa. So, they are ready to see us in the end this in your own. Valentine, we can't always have the same idea. And so be our different idea. And the typical. And you have about Nabakal. Nayani Abakal, you be preaching peace, almost almost just so you're not ready to shoot
also about to cool leader and the resident on your problem.
Valentine, so no, the way they come to attack us, the answer by attacking the
we attack you, the whole Carona also knowing you're attack you.
Exactly what I'm telling you, sir. One of me, Matthias, problem. But the way they come to attack us, and intimacy, the Omo, one more other side, and the Omo Bayer or who ready is your body, baby, and take a ready to a bear night. But here, no, one more can you to me in peace.
First, now say you don't give audience to such things, but right now you are being emotional and you are getting emotional day by day. Because I've asked you, say, what you are going to say, no. You have your conviction and what you want to say and put it on the platform, which are more credible and edible. But in the meantime, when you listen to the flip side on what is going to be a counter-react of people who you think say you don't share idea with them, Marcus, ignore such inferences because definitely I've asked you several times.
I have no issue. Your conversation here. It is a American. You can come and challenge me that you don't agree with me.
Okay.
Your tone, the attitude, and the way they speak. You know what I'm saying? So you hear what they do. I can ready to get better. I can be ready. Okay. You know, as I'm the attack, you don't have facts. They are all moving by attack. Again, they attack you.
You know, attack you. Okay.
All
right, Marcus, what's up, you uncle?
Well, good morning.
Morning, according to you.
Yeah. And this chairman was the crap hands. But some of us are boy, I did. Just say, well, Marcos, open pong, and your Fred, to form Goofy, office, each of them. Mommy, alphabet, if it's upon Nicholas, Mana, and the child, tell me a child. It don't get to the chair, also, and a Now, Miss, I said about one time.
So for Ben phone we na say line no cut nti Ben phone we.
Okay. I said about one kind of say. What's it? The before you say Edija. I know the evil mentality. No. Edija say onye minister. Onye jubia. And it didn't know who party. So, you have a party. As I say, you have a party, a followers. Obia would miss a party, we say, a party a bit my ball, my Pejumaye. What it? Pejumaye. Not the friend getting by him. If you be in one more, you see more. If you be in one more, over the possible. And then there be no young here. Dear, over was coming a month before. But we are going to say, Jessie, Ghana, no, a yap, I said, Kazatin, any atro, a yap, look deep, Eddie, it will be. There's a Oba radio, so Oba TV, so, the Casa, if I say, and the chill of mine. If I say, I'm a tro, we are my Sarah. Oh, yeah, Mammy Master. Abraba wa bo ne kurabo se enye nyame ne adoma ke bia omuka omanu aduru o ebi ne se cathedral ne enye nipa ne yato ogum na mabo so na de bia nka se entuma ba bia won mo mra no na etie o se de one drink tie no se de osuba se tie no sa ne dada wo o se bebe MPB for wo ye bank note wo hwe wo bank note na Ghana for agedi. Na MPP for be class one get say that this second. The name is okay, bebre yan to abante e di aja yi. E di aja amamu anu enye wo pefi akonyo. Na say enye wo pefi japade. Oh, yeah. The airport banon. Na hwe ya Ghana be du bebe no. So won ma atotwa. Also na say wo be kan say enye Lawrence won pumo bia. Lawrence to okum. So series after nipa bi one more dra to say ye beka kire bia e befa oh ye beka kire bia e befa anu so ye fa santan o mamu e je che o masa de bi to ye the judicial no o mo ye no e wi ase nipa wo no ma o wi ofo nsa no ahwe di o nipa be bi wo no mo a opani ko je to say sebi so pampani de ko se bi ti bi nipa wo no awo no o mo bo sa o the baby one man, or do say, the mayor, the one to meet, the mayor, the mayor, the atua mamma. The mayor, the pa, Mamma, the body, the mamma. That process says to the class. Now, one more, said the aquabia with you of the toilet. The school for the Jana, almost seno. What's seno of there? What the one, what come on here? Oh, the Amoyano, the Obia Biano, one as an antimua, a bit and an antimu grounds who go book touching me. If you ask him, go. This of Gianni, I would never know by any opinion. Chief Justice, I stand. I want sophobia. I have sophobia. I'm a hobby. You underground, you mean, say, your money is of ball. Who possesses your sort them? Oh, Mamma, maybe this of a young ball. Maybe this of a young ball. Oh, possible. I can't run open. Maybe one drink. Oh, you're going to push away.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm passionate.
Nana, thank you.
Yo, Daddy can meet you bushafo nyina oba ya ni papa party. Kwame. Nyame akwa. Mama Dickness. Mamba ju se nipa ne Johnson mata. Ya chia bushafo nyina. Mene minority leader enya adwene. Ewo enkabo mu a woka se MPP esese ye kan ye hu bom na se ye chi nipa ba ko a na ye nyina hwe 2020 2000 to 2008 ye mu bi ede ye hu ekogina ye bra ye chi honorable Canadian Japan ye koda honom sa onto se ye beyi papa no MPP ba power Debia me bo oba ya ni papa party abaso. Ya di obi nti ade bi nti adabia ya ba no me body di. Ya ho ya sa na ye ko opposition. Mini oba ya radio wa hodo so. O se moma ya nyere ya ho ya nkeka ya ho mom. Ya jiji sika na ya de kwa boa. Omunya pa wa wie ye. Hwe ensamfo a omudi ye. Russell. Ensamfo a omudi ye, omu ya ade na nye. Na wo bie wa no na koka, wo ma ho. Eno ma nkoye ye ko opposition. Amanfo osu. Radio amanfo maya wo bi wo mu si wo na do ladies. Radio stations be wo UK ha. One people power, one advert crowd, woman farm my womb. No more yes, I really be a national security nimber, a year cocoa digi post. Next, he can't someone the poor party, no man farm war party. Now go bit is an MPP at now by move for 8 years. Now you call opposition just only for less than 1 year. Yes, ye nisika ye debate administration. Ama yet one or more, yentime and yaki or party office, and yan was here. Now a month for Paki Sika war, now a month for the Sika boom pass, now a month for black. Walk for pay Juma, you quite near your real fisher winner with your campaign. Now cast a gun of for MPP, or my sister every normal or more year, a time. I want to call opposition. Mukwana mobile power. This is a certificate. You can have on braye campaign, mamo. A draw walk for you normal cry. Would you want ma? Yes, and yap MPP senior buyer. Papa, ya know your national identity. Who call now papa yours, mamma for MPP? Who got no position? What you post today? Engineer make MPP for any say. And Kabamo is a munya power. Mumma one from no so one power. Okay. Mumma one more breno. Mumma soon so fast. Nana. Well, my play a UK Hanum, the new idea, Yamano. And so Kayan DC and Cassandri and Ka be crap and what that your friend is saying, what a ye castle. I don't know your money, yes.
That's a pa, Nana, so dear, no. Kwame Antonio Uncle Dickness.
Do me that's it. Mention a general show course is here. Martin says, no mamma Dickness, Omachi, Obapa, a chair on a plane. A chair to communicators in a chairman. And mention Yaquai, I'm here, DB, I'm here, my domain. My ba. Now, my man Shafem said on Monday, you know, I met Reminia Francis. And says, here sometimes we elect, we communicators. Here, when you're very careful, some jokes are very expensive. To come on suggest Ubicha MPP communicators, a chimano, it is the most disrespectful comment to be made. And very careful, and you are growing in Anna, on radio. Macra or move here, especially the crew my to make sure by the almost. And Valentine, I can't be him say I still maintain my stand. Said the fight against illegal mining. You cannot isolate the chiefs. Him for a kahun and the Dema fight now is successful. And no matter how you disagree with me, that is my stand. So you hear him for free more. There's no way we can defeat this illegality.
But I said the chiefs own the land, but the government own the property. And the government has all the machinery to make sure you can curtail and institute a law to ban all the illegalities. You have the powers. You have the executive powers. So what is also restraining the government to do that? If the chiefs are not doing it, the government, you should not be connivance with your people to mine. The chiefs are, well, they can be the custodian, but they don't own the property on the land. What do you say about that? My
issue is, if you are to buy a piece of land, Ghana, would you take your money to the government and buy a piece of land?
That is what I'm saying.
No, I want to know from you.
The ingredients on the land does not belong to the chiefs.
No, my question has not been answered. If you are to buy a land in Ghana,
the question you're asking is different from what is being.
How can that be different?
No, this is you are asking us a very hypothetical question. I'm saying that chiefs have a role to play. I agree, but the government has the powers, the executive powers, or the what do you call the? He has everything at his disposal to make sure they'll bring it. They are
not doing their part that they should do.
Well, so
that part, it's not convincing. Because Nature Makers are land, since a friend said Gold Coast time, a buy crop assassin from more. So, person, you be a buy crop no assassin flying for. Semesremo farm assassin with mammy. Namen find development way. Recently, artists are buying crop releasing Sassy back to the chief. And then how then can you convince me, say, and Sassy they don't own it? Now, if anything at all, about 2 days ago, any it is a Kotokohene, one and the subjects be more say, wow, obey it, and no one can and I in Yanumisa say, to me, Bena, Sabi Otney so or they a massa one and not to the subjects. Much more, sa convenience, it is when you are. May say, on one side, you na kopem say ye be e convince almost an anum, yamu ye, say a good dear jam. Why bring to a jam? Then many now done 7 a month for. Say, I can't say, they won't understand. And I may no can say, I took out now for or more a free a year, your mamma crum now catch you. Or more a 2 quarter group 1 month. Besides, there won't be is it not a piece of land? Now, if one echo, I buy near buy an echo. A year, I am for be almost as I see almost there. And there is a need to fight for it.
All right.
And then I'm going to fly to Kotana.
Okay.
Now, and then my son say,
quickly.
Senior, may no million cano, Mathieu Afame markings. Now, also, baby, I'm a cassette. I maintain a stance here about why you told 2024. A hunting so any yehuno. And maybe a chance on Facebook message, there no be actual say out of hatred for cockroach. The ants voted against a cockroach and they voted for insecticide and they all died, including the housefly who chose not to vote.
Wait, this is your terminology there.
Oh, now you say, oh yeah, oh to a dubonia, you become one. And then we about 3 days ago, you vetted the disputed nominee, the CJ, the dishonorable CJ, no. And ocean samana air coso, send intimidation. Listen up. It's so perfect. Say, Abato, I was all my once in here. Yet to a bar, yen case, oh, women penasem, women nimsa prinkensem, or men to a barman. No, you are, election of somebody to lead your country should be based on sound judgment.
All right.
And yes, flimsy adiabiano wajinaso. And that's what Justice Bonnie, can answer me. Opening what the minority are saying is there's a court case. Say you rulina if it goes in favor of Tokonoa, it renders your mama decision to nominate a friend say Bonnie useless. And therefore there's a need to hasten slowly. Almost saying you and I'm going to papa. Now you are saying very dangerous. Say a friend is saying, I tell you, ruling now, ye can't watch it. May ye dear see, now what we see on law. Ubisa who say, yes, sentence here. Do we apply sentencing guidelines? And I say the emotions, say me show we are, or no me uniform fiasia, or everybody come in Mabusia, and therefore I should increase the amount of years. Media them a man. We obey Chief Justice. And yeah, I am sure.
Yeah, waka was him na. Opinions waka was him na. Dignity ain't you. No, you was where.
Divine selection is Jacka. Me, Germany,
all right, ain't you?
If you're on a book, I'm a second or you put your people for a movie sending Yana Wabia, or one mamma can answer me, or one mamma can Baba. If you're
me too.
If you're honorable Lee, honorable Nase, honorable Frank, honorable Nana, your papa Nana Lucy, honorable Yamiakua, honorable Nanisa. And honorable Nana Pani Kemsi. All the first lady, Dr. Obaya, asking him, Nana, Sister Abba, Nabi, Mammy Sewa, Mamma Marcaso, Michian, Mamma Tambiza. And when you be in it,
yeah.
I can't, my father, my kind of day. Oh, Mamma Mata, and Mamata, about Bomodana, Kana Haleki, what is Kana Haleki? Because President Fan, and yet, Baba, free education or work. Oh, Ghana or work. I can't free education. A car, you never power dear. What is about? Come with young Ghana Haleki. Whenever Mamma Papa can make a Mamma Mata. I mean, some of the king. President one by one. One new power. And I'm going to have what I know of power. One new power. Oh. It is coming, Mamma Mataba. I mean, that's some more kind of day. Every kind of question, some more could be a lamson and young or could be. Mamma, Mata, where none of that cannot win him in the corner. Now, where? And what done it? Mamata. Now, where? I win a yellow can. And with all the young power, never by any. And I got them say, and a day. Mamata. I'm in there, baby, I have Ghana win him in the corner. Now, when you're Ghana here. Mamma, every summer. If you have a cosa, and then I get any, and you got any, it's like I was soon, Mamma, make you win a big yell anyway. That's not a kind of quality. And then a yellow chance, and you're gonna put a quality when you meet ya. Whatever, they said, Mamma, Mamma, Ghana also could do more than a year, and I said, yeah, okay, more than a year. On the rabbit, a radio to cadet. No, maybe Apple free education. No, should be extra. It's a one of the yellow poker. Break a free education. Break a Ghana car. Break a corner yet. At least better. In brand is for what power now. Which has worked here for 3 years, conservative years. Next is good here, highly inflammable conservative years. Abba better. You're very here one account. You're first with the Musuka. Police power big is to see what I done. Yes, to see that more what. Yeah, one. Yeah, the ambulance to buy. Yeah, but yet, plan. Yeah, but to my 1 year to mass. The moment is one to me, Mamma Mata. Ain't me now, there's no matter for flat. Or what did I say? Not canoe way. The subject of process. Can you buy a different one? Papa no woman. Mamma Mata, more than me. Eba, the baby. The same can be crossed. This is to put a water. In the back, command it to fully yet. And say you move your lap, command it to one year. Mamma Mata, when you be, but in a meeting.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Valentine.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Michelle made our sister wa family. Michelle, my sister, Dickness, of course, is all the sisters. About time, Mokasa ama afufu nyom home fast. So, we are seeing afufu millions of imban in Bemi nyom home fast. So, me booming more say, Mama, moya about time. Or friend, them were funny. Aqua David, no, nya, Massey, ne, cousin Fred, Mobia, Uti, Kwame, Fiso courses, ya. Or none of Bibi Messiah Missing the ants fruited for the for insecticides and for insecticide. Insecticide any near him. Violent and conform so I say any insecticide. Nkwafo a being insecurity of just say citizens near poorer. More it is say be to say crime for in crime. Na me to me nyaya ti ho. me mitiwo fitimi kwala brima kwesi mi hu sese na na motiwa mo tonton mo niema but Rollins aban ba ye no mu nim ti am said anti niema biase ohia behia ma mu di mu savings edi mu capital mu we na mo ton mo assets and I say ani nia ekoso wo in crossing especially mining towns no and no sa niema say ni ye be say that afa time ni ya church what friend then NPP for ye catch mo delegates se mo kwakoto ma ba na candidate bia or no are interested in unconstitutional conduct any activities no and on share mo patriotic values no mama to abama no nan ye so one mo share mo patriotic values no and Dr. Baumia into aya mo koto aba no and na pay me tie u kakra na me tie o my hin no or day or any day African Americans top so no can say they missed whatever opportunity golden opportunity my boycotting savage in their question and me say now on my hand na mo Ghana media Ubaka say you need Ghana Broadcasting Corporation book Ghana media and then ye choose my ya said that mama positions I come on what mama castle or mamu jisika musika mamu munyes can even more you missed a great even more than a golden opportunity more de abaya no obaya na obe inherited deficit and our friend then a poor highly indebted economy no be inherited or buy nemo be so more ye nema be brene bi ni Ghana. They introduced they introduced one district, one factory, planting and rearing for food and jobs, restoration of your friend then the build and started building railway and railway one side of mention almost building harbours and defense the sea defense almost your fire services training centers courts in all the districts almost started constructing all the major roads in Ghana. A Japan dealer, a Bema more money. Now the mining companies are laughing to the bank. Ghana benya more money. These things, free education, national sports centers, almost building, regional celebration of independence were all the regional centers. All of these things, development of a nation, free education, Ghana card near building on security, they build on pensions, they enhance the pension system, so they maintain a national insurance norm, they buy it. All of these things were not there. New things about mining. Man, who they wrote. Now, I'm sorry, and I'm say, Yan Simco Dina Burkina Faso, you're not there, and Ghana. But who grab by and yan SOS if one SOS for you can for your friend there video your cocoa form baby ye most a media form Ghana and you are still failing us your friend day Chief Justice, her leadership, Tokonu Assembly of Mukin, Ghana Bar Association, Bakaye, Abano Tie, British Bar Association, Bakaye, Abano Tie, NDC for the Ghana Bar Association for who felt almost your job bar. Now to who find Emma are buying incompetent. Scary government. Aba nti yenya ye etnem kosi time ye be hu nyansa ya to aba pa ama ekwofo baba be fa omana koni that ye energy solar energy nya de nya ya enkof to obi asitesian yenya ye nsa kebi nya enjo balance
da see hello
good morning va
how about you
woman power mami decrease nana dachi man ubia ya meme nyina ya kama boom ebreninti va nana luti dia mete ne nka che ene mate ne nka ebo na baso dia meka ne se ya asem o me de na miti afanyoma ken ne se de nana keken any ɔman in fact na mmerɛ hɔ na wei ne nwanwa ne sɛ researching sɛne ni ba wɔka ho asɛm obi a wɔtumi gyina simpie so ka sɛ yɛwo yɛ fira wodiem enti ɛbɛ wodie a yɛyɛ number 1 ti mo hu saa nneɛma wei ade na ɛyɛ sɛ yɛ mo nwanwa mo hu saa nneɛma wei so ɔno ani nuanom ntafoɔ tu akɔtena Burkina Faso because of ntɔkwa ebi akɔtena Ivory Coast ade na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ nwanwa ɛni kwa sɛ yɛyɛ nwanwa because ɔno agye atum so ɔmo yɛ awudifoɔ party nyame na mekaayɛ Mr. Mahama na ne kaayɛ papa jeje no so ɔte party no constitution live TV and what the paneɛ wɔ ne nsa no ɛyɛ signature sign enti mogya ne nneɛma saa deɛ ɛma ne nyɛ yɛ nwanwa se yɛbɛhunu because ɛyɛ spirits kasa na no mo ka sɛ Ghana for mo ka sɛ reset na de papa bi no ano ɔbɛyɛ wɔ bɛta ni opponent ni anything na dodo na akwa David me papa no na me na wanya adwene o empanimfoɔ se yɛ number no sum fidie a yɛ number no ɛna ɛkyɛ wɔn wo bakɔ afuom didua so a wuduru ha mɛkyerɛ wa mo ahome na wayɛ baako mienu papa kofoɔ tan saa yɛnim sɛ President Akufo-Addo tan ensi hyɛ radio so akɛse ebie wɔ kurom ha support to MPP sɛdeɛ na me nua na ɛka no yɛne mpɛsi ɛbɛba abɔnte abɛka but yɛn bie ekuro n'ani emie kuro na mɛkuro na ɛwoa yɛn mpanimfoɔ wɔn mo ba saa na wɔn mo bɛyɛ selfish greediness wɔn mo ba kura telephone kura yɛfɛ busasa mo ho te sɛ kura yɛ busasa wɔn mo ti mi kabi bɛbɛ kabi dɛbi awɔ WBLS we don't want to talk very much but mo pusi yɛ bebree yɛde bɛba abɔnte sɛdeɛ na afɔ nyɔma nkeside yi parliament nsɛm abɛtena abɔnte ka taa yɛ taa wɔ ɔmo ani no na me nya bɛma ma akusumo so abɛwehye yi daakye ma happy belated na hwɛ dabi a mɛka wo so ka IGP dada asɛm a na me so ma bɛka bi dabi a wo ka president obi sɛ yɛ sɛn wɔ bitini nipa na wo president no nipa so no noa ne colleagues a policefoɔ billion vans wo ne nsa yɛ mu ma na se wono so sanya no kura wo so obi fa ne court na se wono so anya no kura na ya brefo kura de wotena live TV ne kaaye ade no so fa ne court die wo defend no sanya no kura ade ti no so fa ne court adie ne ma yeyi ni free ho adie ne ma Mr. Mahama pamo no enti no sa wuti bi che steka so akofa pavement flat road drivers Nasa susi kwanya ya bopa ya tamsika aya kwan sa susi wo ye demonstration we twaja to match na say kwan no na court say yanti sa sunfa ne mla court na sa dam pane we ya wo be defend na tini ante no ati stika e ma ba emladi no na sa show your weapon jo ma mafie basin tali ne na sefo Mustafa mo kura stika broad light na show your weapon na papa yantimi anti wo mo na UTV mo di president Akufo and Dr. Bagomi atem na show bit no enye show bit United show bit biem na momo ya insult to government no ti yesi e ba be defend the party no Sunday what do mo kokot to be defend such a person bro ya na wani mu ase ya na enye wani wu wo bia ne ho a wo ba attack you na de wo kana na yesi e fa ho bi e de ama wu mu aye Sakada panina will defend no anya angel. And to say I have fun and cockot. Well, not so fire, somebody else I can't find no some fan cockot. Me and her, dear Nidia womb. Oh, my break in the young comrade.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Bajoan.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, into you.
Oh, good. Well, now, the Bian, me, but because ahemfo no galamsey no omo bitumi aboa bi but na pay na o ma repair bi say asase ne aban ne dia but former the late Mampong Hene otuni na si ho say omo bi anye galamsey o Mampong ampa so upa koje let free Sahendra Fabra osumi mountu and they win a minim ne oba no ne so bitumi aye it's ahemfo no so they have a role to play.
Okay.
They have a role to play. Nti me ma say example na me make say bebre. Sa say mo nko na mpesa me ka. Nti ahefo no de bia me ka say nana otufo mesre no omo ne nsase ne ho ban. Na nipa na omo hye na se no asase no so na omo didi. Nti se kire nipa no nyina wu a. Na yifo na obedi omo so.
Okay.
Ono kwa na sati be mo kwa Central Region kwa na me de me ka Ghana nyina de bia sa na me ka no.
Okay.
Na ahefo aka no so omo so entu sa na mo no. Me da se bebre mi.
That's by Jeffrey Zudia no. What's up into you?
Evan.
Yeah. Francis.
Good morning.
Morning.
Van.
Yeah.
Hey, na yakuro yintebe.
Ade.
Oh, Van.
The cost there is disgrace to democracy. Say afanya markets no ye mo kwan kasa and ye say ye autocracy in here Ghana. It's very bad, very bad. Very bad because the example these people are setting. Look, my age and I was there. I don't look, Ghana, you need solution. We are biased. The country, we are not honest, we are not faithful, we are not patriotic. That's what we are. All these politicians in NDC, they are there for their stomach. The allegation with the two Afenyo markets. What kind of I don't want to use bad word. Earlier call at the cans, Obaya, Sasu, that IGP. I found your friends say, Dampare, why change that? This guy did mayhem to Ghana or settle Ghana coins, Jack, and then no. You can look once you have mouth. Now we are the Kassak Bayatia. Wait to any support. Ready, I found your market can say. Yeah, Chama Untimi. Yeah, MPs or more Ashanti region. You know what? Your friends say, your chairman body say, Chama Untimi. Yeah, you know what? Because we are not unifying. MPP, and your back. MPP, Pakuna, and there. Wait, your friends say, President, and say, yeah, back. How can they put Ghana in our hands? We are not serious because we should serve our party first, but in discipline. Now we did we attempt na bronye na no no can we na sa be dia kono kasa rough. You think look this thing will never bring us to power, because I know Christian ya kasa dia nka and this woman we pa. But they know how to put a ceasefire. Say, oh, yenye say, no my baku, chama kasa obi ankasa. But yeah, where is he saying? Aside with the akusi say, Brian say, Abua Pokusi say, look, we are not we don't want to be in power. We just want to destroy our party. And yeah, sympathizers na your party no. Yeah, say akuma. Because yeah, party meant to me, my says cow MPP, but I don't need it. And yani Alice was watching when you are no one on McCoy, no more for no McCoy, no Macon. Yeah.
All right, Francis, you made your comment. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, and I'll come into you.
No, I'm a prime minister near Bushan in the make sure anyone have time to copa means and they also because time to copa.
Okay.
A quick one. I did there's a friend, I don't me tea up in your market. No, now I say, Obi and Papa Wajano. Obi and Napa secondary school and the second year, and Papa Wajano, none of my many. Sana me party NPP. Abeye. You see, I say, and do you know why?
Tell me your position. Position, the
opposition. But Mamika said, Mamika said, even NDC in opposition, they were still strong. NDC in opposition, they were so strong. Mamika said, until MPP realized that, and yeah, penny democracy I say. So, now Africans only, well, you need Europe. And until we should know how to play our democracy, this intimidation will never stop coming upon us. Secondly, until MPP realizes that a political party and a building government, Political party on any of bad time now, you say no other woo or no war ban. It is all mammy a woo. Nothing, and then what do you now one Kaiser woman and a woo war. That's as some two are overthrown in the mammy being hobby because one common cool mammy. A bassa when you come up for or bad time be also into my body in the money back. In people should learn to recognize their party when they are in power. And that is what NDC doesn't joke with. NDC knows that is the party that brings the government. And in NPP, NDC in power, no, they protect their party, they support their party, they guided the party, they feed the party, and make the party strong. And NDC for 10 years, about time it if I say, Omo Kaiser about time in a Omo feeding, Omo protecting, Omo guiding, Ama Asamtoma, about time into my body, and my big normative. But the MPP will lack this analogy. And nothing I hear, Breno. Ubinka say overpower, Chiches Kamobi. NDC came to power, they built massive headquarters with all the resources that they need to protect their party. MPP for Monamoya righteous. When you came, you are still renting a headquarters. It's a shame on my party. And now you know there is no party to protect the government. The MP, there is no party. A whole party, power for 8 good years. Within 3 months, I'm opposition. Now my accounts is 0. Are you calling yourself a political party? You are not. Muye MPP 4 party no mini party no. Eye of a Akolabonia or Bataya Wono, then one cash or Bataya bin a Wono, and nothing here Breno. Now next time when we get a chance to come to power,
so are you saying say when they come they should still manage to put in their coffers? Is that what you're saying?
No.
But that's what you are. But that is what you are saying. Because in one breath, listen, I've listened to listen. You've said it. That is the inference because the party, you know, when you want to build that party, if you come to power, the money doesn't belong to you. So when somebody is doing it, when somebody does it, equally not right. You don't glorify the person. So be by and to me could see headquarters because of the Omaisi could see headquarters. And that's what you are saying. Which I agree. But the point is that where do you want them to get the money from? Is it to establish a business or to steal money and go and put it in your account? That's what I don't. And you should explain it well. Quickly. You have said it, and you say I shouldn't put words in your mouth. You have said it.
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
No. Let me answer you. Okasa. Asem na okano. Chenchemuye. O say. Dabiti. I don't know who can one can say your business near first can go to your account mu but we say nyamina ideas na wo be fa ho dia be kan was because who kasa no you were categorical don't rush dabiti don't rush until we say and this if no CEOs
no they have to contribute into the party's
but you didn't say this. Nana Kwame. You are now trying to imagine and put things across. But who Kasano
MPP should steal money. NDC have never stolen money to build the
all right. Okay,
they contributed to build. Okay. MPP should also contribute to build.
Okay,
I'm not saying they should go and steal money.
All right.
I will never say that.
Okay, now you clear the air. So that's it.
Why explaining?
Why explaining? Nana Kwame, why explaining? Okasa beginning, you did not say Nana Kwame. When you were speaking, so when I'm asking you a question, you don't want to understand me.
No. You don't interrupt when people are explaining themselves. Okay. You don't interrupt. Let people finish before you interrupt.
Thank you. I've given you the opportunity. But you keep disrespecting. All right.
NDC never stole money to build.
All right. So you've made an explanation. I'm Matthias here.
Yes.
No. Thank you. Why? Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Mama, thank you.
Yo, Mimoja, about dickness. As Hama canning in Nara or Yanokwa. I'll casa there, pa grant no moja womb. I'll casa for your party. With the was a dawn. Casama or party. Naka cromanimo. Ke. Saba mamma. Ke 20 minutes. Or also. Them into her for. Party, no grand party. On an way and demi. That's a macanina, engineer. My thinking cap is on, and I will keep it forever. I am not quite. Now, Mom, and there. Ghana history, Gold Coast history, Crawford Pinium. That's when you ma. And Chadama, and a cassa, and a quacker, none or cassa. On my way there, what didn't you to do for Mamma Kanda Maradam? On you were down for, because the ma bro is in Zama, and Zama is gone. And Sana, Ghana, Aria Ghana. Gold Coast, you go, Coast, Master Mambakani.
Okay, that's it.
Bye bye.
Let us see. Mama Tansu dear no. And Chebema Musuna Yako. Na young fat Patrick into you. Patrick into you.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
Van.
Yes, sir.
And then we do we are crazy. Now, Mr. Baye was he NDT for no. If you want it, if you want it, Taka Samu. And I president, Prime Second Baye.
No, so see there.
Or some Baye. What is the GCFS Chief Justice, you know, granted and disputed? There's nowhere that has been established that, but we are paralegal. The Kwame Sosia, the acronym, the Sassan TV. So only government in your say, Chief Justice, you know, most opportuna, the Tokoruna Mudinati. But there's no be any inference in the law, court of law, and national constitution. The MP, the NDC government that generally breach anything. Our choice of work, you know, but I'm was with Kakra. Yes, you will be 7. Comfort time, you know, obedi in part of Biko baby. Yan took off also. The Pacho, can you say Sakata need Omuchi time?
Say, disputed, Nana.
Apart from that, I'm see NDC boy, and then Mr. Baye. If they recorded
and then what do you have? You have said it because
what I have is that the economy
and then you are picking and choosing.
No. And the economy is doing well. Inflation is less than 8%. Petrol prices are going down. The researching is not coming up.
Okay.
Economy, yeah. Kumasi market, yeah. Hospital na agenda 111 na almost be na ne bibia no mi yeah. Tesi ekum ade ba kwa mani di ne pa se afeno marking has come back to praise NDC on their infrastructure development as a party of Ghana. Development, you know. MPP was the party of intelligence, you know. Omnibi. In the MQ, party near MPP for us to any development in NDC Bonania. Now, I did last one American decision. I did a question. I find marking also a leader. Ye nominative, ye selective. One for one contractor, we economic representative. Our echo water. One day, about my Mr. Berman decision. TMS on for being near FTC and one year. You two here, who see here. Over on Casa, Obuta Bukasa Crab Bukasa.
I say, Musro, I think you're marking. Is that what you're
marking? I never will be
not you. Or Casa no see. You have the numbers. And the mobile parliamentar. I say now You just want to create intimidation all over. You don't want people to speak.
Intimidation? Listen.
I had to say, when you have the numbers, you can intimidate. Patrick.
No.
Listen. There's no intimidation. In our political dispensation, we have every freedom of expression, freedom of right, freedom of association.
Yeah.
So all what you are saying, you will say incognito to speak in your favor. When the table turned, Nasa Ekoswa, I respect you to share equal or the equitable distribution.
I'll do same. But let me tell you something.
I just want you to sign that warrant, because in one breath, you'll be speaking against people that you don't have evidence to buttress your claim. But you continue to do that.
Okay, can you start an example?
No. You've made so many inferences that I don't want to go there. But I just want to create your indulgence. That when you speak, anything you say will be used against you one day. You should be careful the way you go about things.
That's why you have records. Data is there.
Okay,
I hear you. Market, you know that there's a procedure and rules to follow.
Thank you.
But he's not breaching.
All right.
Somebody is not corrupt now. You don't say corrupt.
All right.
It's an allegation.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's Patrick and Sudiano. Hello.
Good morning, Valentine.
Yes, sir. Fred, ain't you?
Oh, medawasi nyami shiraw. Say ene de wa extend o time ama mensuma beto enye biaka. Na ayi Patrick kokani ema wa mo. Asema o ka kire ni me de papa. Say de o ka ni ne yi no. Say da achi bi esesa mane sesa na no. Mane sesa na no kra. On ka ne sa ni enko. Na NDC for omusuro nipa deni eden na onimu nyansa nyansa sem. That is their fear hound to one. Enti enioma ya obi ti said dia afenya markings ye no. Chese ehunahuna won. Obi ti say owura Baumia said dia osi start no edini vice president na oyiyi some questions gu homa won na won abombon efitre besiasia no muntumi ya no ehunahuna won ntino on better ya say ye behoro wa ma wa ye poto na ho anye Ghana fo akono eno mutumi di ye owuru Abaomia ne owuru Akufuado ene Ghana fo hu sese won de won ye momone omunnimu yo Anano mitie Ohine Solomon. Oh, Ohine kase na say mitia ni ye pa. Ye brother John Akwa David. Na yes, Ohine Solomon. The only king in Africa. Ye boni dinya ye say Ashanti king. Spread the baby ya na ji amama ti said the prekese jamedu o Kenya sasembi pa ne say o see you see galamsey fo no omoye campaigns omo ye oyusu word bi word ben oyusu ya meyira ne yi
gangsters
omo ye cartel yes o see omo ye cartel. Now every cartel is a mafia and I'm a boy.
That's right.
Now cartel no, you see ukonsa seneswa. Ahemfo no ebe ye complain man say won entumi nya ho hwe na won ko ensase seneswa. Amanfo no kuretuo. Omo de asojafo abake won. Ena won kuretuo ejina galamsey etwa ho ahia. Enti wo no a wo ko akwa face won no. To say we are minute mawo.
Okay.
Sa obi ekuretu a hwan na am authority emanipa no kuretu ho.
Okay.
Sa some way asem sebe ema owura mahama ene ne NDC for. Say aban na yi sojafo ema won tumi kobo Ghana nsase ho ban. Say asase no ye ohene de a na say emu agudie ye aban de a. Ene ye sense ase no ene emu adodode say nsuo ene enam emwawamwa ni ndua ne ade a sebe efidi oman a se aban etu asojafo ema won ekobo ho ban asojafo yin so ena won kuretuo ena won fight magalamsey yi enti owura mahama wo sempa Osempa yesese galamse no ye kan ho asem kan kosi bebia esinabobua no pe
yo
adenti ne ntumi to ase enye sa yesre nana otumfo se no ena ese okọ high soldier fo no ema sebe ayefo no bo won ti dom de kọ eyi pete no so ana anye nana adwuma no president and then you can say the first ministers near the idea and I must say yes say oh my a soldier for yes say oh my mobile my hoba post for Ghana post for a mother and koa mumo modiana munya moduma munya koa munya moduma
Fred Yamisha you have 2 more calls in wrap up Nini
hello Val,
how are you?
I suffer today.
Today I have a little extension time. That is why I've given you this grace period.
Okay,
so
I know. Okay, but with all this propaganda against NDC, we ask God that His strength pilot us. Yeah, His wisdom instruct us, and His words direct us towards our purpose.
Okay.
Valentine.
Yeah.
And Afenyomakin is crying out for public sympathy. You see,
you guys are bullying him. Is that so?
Oh no, you see, that is why I say 2 people, fighting.
But you guys should learn to be tolerant about democracy, because the point is that where we've reached and where we came from, we don't want to go back. When somebody speaks, accept the person's view. When you speak, somebody will find it distasteful. Somebody will be uncomfortable, but that is the democracy. So let us all try. We are building a nation. We are all one, like we always say. So, Afenyomak, we know the loud mass he have. He has that person of that kind of penchant to ask questions, to be bold. That is his style. He should not be intimidated in Parliament by using your numbers to bully him. I think that is being unfair to him.
We are not bullying him, but
you should understand his way of doing things. That is his style. He is a vibrant. He's a very vociferous. He has so many things at him. So let's try to be abreast with issues of this nature than to try and suppress the kind of oppressors rule that we think it is not helping anybody. Because, because he is the minority leader and you have your majority. You have your numbers. Anything you want to do, you can do that. One person will speak and then the person will be tagged. Don't you think it's not helping the NDC because you are in power now? You have the numbers. Outrageous. But it's like one person will speak and you just want to sideline him. That's what he's trying to say. So
yeah, but Afenyo should discipline himself in the parliament. He's we all know they are a minority. So Afenyo, it should be in that level. But Afenyo try to be like they are rather the majority. That is what is making the other parliamentarians angry.
No, but parliament is your numbers, but you have committees, so it's not bad because sometimes your people don't even go to parliament when you want to form a forum or a quorum. People don't go. They don't go to parliament. So it's like you have the numbers, but it's nothing to write home about.
But you know one thing with the MPP have never recognized something that is eating them. You see, too much expertise, but brings what? Declination. That is what they're seeing. That is what MPP is saying. Look, we the NDCs, we are together. We say we don't lie. We don't corrupt each other. We're not greedy. We're not selfish. That is NDC for you, Valentine. So
but NDC, you have issues. You just try to massage the issues underneath. One day, I think when it explodes, that will be the despondency.
It will not explode.
No, listen. I can sense some danger, but I'm praying it will not validate, because if things of this nature don't help, you are in government. When anything triggers, it will bring the government down. There are things that is happening in your government. I know because I'm also a researcher. I do my research. But I can assure you that you try to harbor things you don't want people to know. MPP, fine, they cannot keep something. They come out boldly to come and say, that is fine. But you keep it underneath. You keep it secretly. But that secret one day will explode and you will never forget about all these things.
Simply because we try to organize ourselves within. We don't bring it outside. You understand? Cool. That is our direction. That is NDC for you. Amanda, let me end up by saying that the Galamsey, we are still fighting on it. And also, when somebody comes and he says, Ghana is going wrong, Ghana is doing like this, ask them, because we have a lot of institutions. Ask them which part of institution is not working. Because as I know, Jomama is everywhere because he's not sitting in his office. So it has made the ministers and the chief executives, everybody is on the move. So when they come, ask them, which parts do they think is not going well? Okay. Because we are listening to government.
Finally, I'll ask Wovasike that from his observation and his conclusion for this year or this 10 months in office, what are some of his observations and what he can see and the relevance of this government, the important thing that they are doing and the ineptitude of the government? Or you should put it inclusive. I'll listen to him after I take you off.
Yeah, they should bring it. We want to see Valentine.
Okay. Nini,
so have a lovely rest of the day, bro.
Thank you, bro. Nini Sudiano. What was it for you?
Yo, the American
gold
ball, yeah, Sebio government, a recipe for corruption. How come say Ghana Commercial Bank no set gold ball? Gold ball anticipation my government set a gold ball in Galamsey. Just a Galamsey people in your scar.
Gold ball, no precious mining, no changing name, no.
Yes.
And a precious minerals, and no changing name, no. Yeah.
Oh, sir, Nanya
for do you know Mr. Sano?
Okay, and it can be wrong. That means you are inviting Galamsey people to get in touch with gold bond to send their money there, which is informally it's a corruption. It's encouraging.
Have you done your investigation to know it's a gold bond? No, is it going to help the country? And I say it is a recipe for disaster.
Maybe help because Ghana Commercial Bank have been doing their job for years and years. So there's no point making the name gold bond. And they are totally disagree.
The Bank of Ghana is not a commercial bank.
The bank Ghana, I think you branch within the Ghana Commercial Bank.
Bank of Ghana. A Bank of Ghana. So state it clearly. They are the helm of affairs, managing the exchequers. So if you are putting it and you say commercial bank, now they don't even say it's a commercial bank. It's GB Bank. So that's what they say. Papa. Mami, so why ain't you quickly near Pong? The time now.
Mr. Man, I'm a baby. I can your man to me,
and later we could see.
Me were waiting. Waba was one kind of correct. I will radio you say. I was in the position from Pesu Betty. Intimatiana no pay. Metiama on Becasa, through Dickens. Metiani Pine or Chiame, Metiani Pane, Auntie Obaya, new PM, Mount Radio sooner. Mr. Man, Yamen can, whatever they miss me, they wouldn't have me prayer tawaso. Meg Bompayama or no cran, no back candidate be and Yamisu Subamo, who are near Danny Dane, now the Babette radio. So I bet you and say, Yama, hold on. And into the Maya by radios, Yamen can, who knows